Thank you for picking up the Sticks. This is episode 142, Sticks Gaming Podcast. I am Mike Kernat. To my right, Mike. I told you guys I'm tired. Mike Steak Carnia.
What's going on?
That's the easy one, man. That's the name that doesn't change.
Well, it was. I think I was just like, wait, I gotta get a nickname for Art before I give Steaks like standard one.
Crap.
And to my left, Art, the appliance murderer, Rosian.
Oh, there we go.
They all go down rough. It's never like I press the power button and it just doesn't turn on again.
Yeah,
There's always a cloud of smoke.
They never die in their sleep. It's always there's always a mild catastrophe involved.
I didn't have to use the fire extinguisher this time, though.
That's good.
Oh, that's a.
I did go back in the basement and check with like all the lights off multiple times to make sure there was no flickering lights, like indicating there's a fire inside.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's real good.
it's expensive too.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, if you're listening to this, you're probably like, wait, what happened to 141? Well, we're going to post both those all at the same time, so you can get double doses of episodes here.
Art's a moron. That's what happened. Probably. I don't know.
And we didn't check.
I'm
so
pretty
we're all
sure I
morons.
posted them, but I don't.
It's all
I
fine.
don't know what happened.
So I have some interesting stuff to talk about today. I think that Steak has some interesting stuff to talk about if I'm following his Twitter appropriately.
I do.
He has lots to talk about. All right.
I have a lot.
Art doesn't have a lot to talk about.
And then we're going to jump into what we're most anticipating for the rest of the year, right? That's
Yes.
the plan?
So we're gonna go through like our usual. Go through what's coming out the rest of the
Oh,
year.
we have a plan?
We do. Woohoo! Sometimes it works out. Yeah, we're gonna go through everything and see what we're excited for.
Cool. All right. Steak, what's your plan?
All right. So I actually jumped back into Nier Replicant, the remaster one with the version 1 point, a bunch of numbers
And an
The name.
ellipses.
Yeah,
Which means there's more numbers.
which means there's even more. Man, I've really gotten like into it. Like, I got past the because you kind of start off as a younger version of yourself. Now I am into the adult version. I've never seen this part of the game. I knew it existed, but I was always like, how do you get there? Like,
Yeah,
you
right,
know,
right.
kind of like in a way. But yeah, I'm finally at that point. I forget how many hours I'm in now. But yeah, so making good progress. The only thing that kind of sucked though is when I made that transition into adulthood, and it was like years later, like a big event happened, and then you go back into that. I almost feel like my characters, before I was like, man, I'm strong, I'm doing great and stuff. Now I kind of almost feel like my character's kind of almost back to square one in a way. Like where like it's weird because I still have all the same stuff and like even more weapons, but I feel weaker. Like, I don't know. It's really, really odd. But
Your adult self got into drinking out of shape.
yeah, maybe, yeah,
Happens
that could
everybody.
be, that could be it. I mean, yeah, it happens.
I mean, that's the best time in life.
Yeah. But like a lot of these, like the side quests and stuff were like kind of like super chill. Like one of them was like just fishing for a while and stuff. So I was just like, this is kind of a nice break from all the action and stuff. So I've been enjoying that. I'm going to get back into it soon because as I was playing that, then Match Point Tennis came out. And this was on Game Pass.
Game of the year.
Huh?
Game of the year candidate.
Game of the year candidate? Yeah, no.
Good.
Unfortunately not.
It's tennis.
I will say, so this game retails for $50. So if you're on PS5 and you paid $50 for it, I'm sorry. But it's the tennis itself is really good, but it's just so easy. Like, I became number one overall in no time. Like, I built my career. I earned every achievement the game wanted, like had within 13 hours. Like, it was like one of those, it's still like decent amount of time I was putting into it, but like it was not hard. And so it got to the point where it was tedious because it wasn't hard.
Yeah.
I was winning every match 6-0, 6-0. Like, and that was like, that's like not fun. I liked a little bit of competition. Even like when I was going online and I was playing with people online, I think there was only one guy I actually beat like 6-3. Everyone else I was beating, well, I would beat them 3-0 and then they'd quit. So I don't know. Maybe I just like really got into, like I got onto it, but then I went online and it looked like a lot of the other people. The only problem is I have 22 of the 23 achievements because the final achievement is to get all the other achievements and it's broken.
Oh.
I'm so mad, right? And like, so yeah, because if you go like on trueachievements.com, it is a 0%. It is glitched. And then you look at the comments, everyone says so. I tweeted at the company, they even acknowledged it. And I said, hey, what's going on with this? Oh, our engineers are still trying to figure it out. It's like, oh, Jesus. Well, that sucks because now this is going to be a 22 out of 23 forever.
One day you can turn that game on and it's gonna be patched and you'll get the blink and it'll be
It's like once a month you just need to turn it on.
I know, right? Every so often.
And close it.
It's like I don't want to keep it installed though. I just want to get rid of it. I'm done with it. But yeah. So, but like I said, the tennis itself, I was really enjoying. The gameplay is very, very good. It's just lacking in all those other aspects that like Topspin used to just be amazing about. Still was hoping we get into another Topspin. We're not. After that, another good old Game Pass, Power Wash Simulator.
Oh,
I am loving it. It
Really?
is fantastic.
Really?
It is fantastic.
Really?
I just sit on my ass
Really?
and I just wash away. It is fantastic. It is so satisfying. Everything you clean is so dirty that like it's so satisfying when everything's so clean.
No.
Yeah.
So I saw people on Twitter like, "Oh, this is great. It's so relaxing." It's not. It's tedious. It's boring. It's the same shit over and over.
do you have a power washer?
I've used one before. Yes. I don't have one. Well, there's the other thing too. Like, it's Power Wash Simulator. Okay. Now, granted, based on the title, there's not a lot of excitement there. But like, if you're gonna make a simulator, you have to put like the negative effects in there too. Because if you use like too much pressure or the wrong nozzle on something, you'll fuck up whatever you're spraying.
And I kind of
That doesn't happen.
at the beginning. I was kind of worried about that. No, when I first started playing, I was like, "Oh man!" It even tells you like, "Oh, this is wood, this is metal." I'm like,
Right.
"Oh shit!" Does that mean I gotta probably pay attention to my nozzles or whatever? And then I got to the point where I'm like, "All right, there's something where it was like I can't remember what it was, but there was something that was like stuck on there." I was like, "All right, well I gotta go to a higher one. Hopefully I don't break it." I'm like, "Oh, I can just use the higher one for everything," and it
Yeah.
just wipes it out.
But well, first of all, like, I think I played it for, I don't know, 45 minutes. And I was like, all right, I get the gist. This isn't going to change. I'm done. Second of all, maybe people are finding it relaxing because the sound is basically like a white noise machine.
Yeah, pretty much.
But my wife was upstairs working, and she thought I like went to the old auto program on the TV and it was flipping through all the static channels. She's like, "What are you doing down there?"
Are you look at the scramble channels again?
What are you doing? Power Wash Simulator? She just the idea of the game, she became irate. But like after 45 minutes, I'm like, okay, I've cleaned a house, a motorcycle, and a van. I get it. What's the point here? Past
You're just before the playground. The playground's a pain in the ass, man.
no, I started on a bungalow, and I looked at it and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no.
Well, there's like a story too, right? Is that just like you go there and you wash
Well,
stuff?
as you're washing through it, like text messages kind of pop up like that relate to what you're doing and
Okay,
stuff like that.
okay.
So that's the quote unquote story is like that kind of stuff.
All right, I haven't tried it yet. So by the time we do this next, I'll try it. I'll be the deciding vote on if Power Wash Simulator is a.
Well, let me tell you, you see the name. There's no bells or whistles here.
I enjoy regular power washing because I do have one. I do
That's the
enjoy
thing,
that
like,
quite a bit.
That's what I don't get. Like, people who are playing this game, who are enjoying this, go outside and power wash something.
I can't
Be
sit on my
productive with it.
ass in the nice air
Oh
conditioning.
my god. No, but you can actually be productive instead and hear the same stupid noise. And
All right, you sound like Melissa now. That's what she with the first day was,
you don't have your own house? Go to your parents' house. I'm sure they'd love to have you power wash some shit on their house.
it was so funny. The
Come
first
on
day,
over whenever you want,
Yeah.
dude. You can use mine wherever you like.
first day I was playing it, she was in the kitchen. She walks over and I forget what I was cleaning, which one I was on, and she's like, "Are you power washing?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I got stuff outside you can power wash." It was hilarious. It was great.
I
don't see the number go up. I don't see a number.
I'm
go
not
up.
earning achievements and sitting on my ass. Although the achievements are hard, you actually got to look them up because like there's each level there's a certain thing you have to do in that level.
Okay.
Like that's what the achievements are. So for the most part, it's crazy. So Power Wash Simulator. After that, I jumped into Stray on PS5. That's the cat
simulator.
cat simulator and a Perna game.
Not like Goat Simulator.
Not like
No,
Goat
not like
Simulator.
Goat Simulator though. No, you can't. You can meow. You can't scream, but you can meow. There's a button. There's a trophy for meowing
Can you
100 times.
jump off a high dive onto a trampoline?
I don't know.
Probably not.
You could jump off and die.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
you can't do that. I don't think you can do that in Goat Simulator.
You break your.
No, you bounce and go.
At one point, you kind of break your leg. Like you
damn.
break one of your legs, and then your can's limping, and then all of a sudden he stops. He licks it a few times, and then you walk fine again.
Oh,
Rub some dirt on it.
just like real life.
That's right. Crazy cats. So the first night I played it for probably a good hour and 45 minutes. Got pretty far in it because I think it's only supposed to be like a 3-4 hour 3-4 hour
Yeah.
game. I got pretty far in it, and then the other night I kind of went back to go to continue it, and I just was like, I don't feel like doing this. Like, it was one of those where it intrigued me that first, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting, but then I tried to go back, and I'm just like, I don't feel like playing this.
People are either really hot or really cold on it so far.
Yeah.
And it's like, you as a cat owner, usually that's like the through line of people who are hot
This is
on
my
Right.
this is my cat now. What are you talking about?
I was like,
it. The cat is dead asleep on Art's lap, more or less, right now.
cat's more like a dog. Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of people have been really liking it, or like some people are just like, I don't get it. So I guess,
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like you're in the I don't get it camp.
One of these days, I want to sit down and finish it, just because I hear the story it's a pretty interesting, the whole story all the way through is quite
Yeah.
interesting. So I got to sit down, but it's just I don't know. It was weird. Like I said, that first night I was just okay, I was doing the motions, but I think it's just to the point where it's just all right, I just want to get this over with.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem.
Well, and Mike, back to what you're talking about. There's the camps of people that get it, don't get it, and then there's camps of people who are all pissy because it's only 5 hours.
Yeah.
I don't even get into the Discord of
Oh God.
game price and time and remasters and all the shit going on. I don't even want to talk about how
It's too much.
I mean,
dumb all
the
that
whole
is. Too
remasters
much.
conversation we already had, and from the second that was announced, I said it was stupid. I don't remember if you guys agreed or not, but
yeah. Oh yeah. No. I did.
Yeah, I don't think it's needed, but I also don't think it's why are they doing this? Why is it $70? There's also
because people will pay for it.
and there's also a shit ton of people who haven't played it yet and who get a chance to play the best version of it. But I don't understand this. I don't know, bro. I didn't want to get into it. Here I am. 'Cause it's just this.
Gotcha.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
people are up in arms about the dumbest shit.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the internet.
Yep.
Don't even get me started on the internet.
It's so bad.
The internet's fantastic. You shut your mouth.
Well, yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastically so
Depends
bad.
on where you're crawling around.
One thing I forgot to do. So really quick, so the Nintendo Switch actually had a free trial week of MLB The Show 22.
How was that?
I played through a whole season in 2
Oh.
days. Well, I was
Hold on a
doing
minute.
Road to the Show.
Oh, okay,
Pitcher.
okay.
So not every,
Okay.
but still though. Pitcher, Road to the Show, and I actually made the majors before, in the last month, which was
All right.
awesome. They brought me up. I was drafted by the Oakland A's, so I didn't have any competition. So that's why I ran right straight up.
You're also never going to get paid.
And yeah, that was kind of when I quit playing. That was when the trial I kind of ended, anyways. Yeah, they wanted to re-sign me for 1 year for $700,000, and I was just like,
No matter what you do,
get the hell out of here.
No matter what you do, no matter how good
Oh, it
you
doesn't
are,
matter.
it's always the same thing.
Yeah.
It was 4 years ago when I
Yeah.
played a game. I led the league in home runs, and my rookie contract was up. And you're yeah, it's here 1 year, $700, so you can prove it. I'm like, motherfucker, I just set a goddamn record of home run.
Yeah. I will say though, playing on the Switch was again, it doesn't look great, but it plays fine. And it reminds me back when I used to have it for Vita.
Yep.
And it's so addicting just to keep going, just sitting there on the couch, just going to, and that's basically what I was doing. And actually, I was doing the cross save with Xbox. So I
Cool.
did load it up on the Xbox because it's great because you can upload your save and then just continue on your Xbox.
Nice.
So that was kind of cool. And then
All
so now-
seamless,
all
easy
seamless,
breezy?
very easy. The hardest part was just setting up the initial account, linking to my
okay.
major MLB account. Once I figured that out, got that together, then it was a piece of cake. So it's nice. So now that my Nintendo Switch trial is over, I didn't feel like spending $30 on it, so I transferred my save to my Xbox. So if I want to get the itch,
If you feel like
my character's on the Xbox through Game Pass.
you feel like playing for league minimum, you can jump on the
Yeah,
Xbox.
exactly.
God.
So that was cool. And then last one. This is going to be in my Game of the Year running.
Watch out.
100%. And that is Live a Live. This is the new JRPG from Square Enix.
Do remasters count for our game of the year?
It's been 30 years since this game came out. It better.
I don't remember.
This is
what
more
it
of a
said.
remake. So yes, remakes count.
I put Resident Evil 2 on mine years ago.
That's right.
I think we
Yeah.
said last year because I
And no
threw
one really-
Doki Doki Literature Club on there last year.
Yeah, but you would have had 3 games you didn't put that on there.
Maybe.
And to be honest, hardly anyone played this game even 30 years ago.
It's fun. I'm just,
No, I know.
I'm going to start our own little discourse here.
Yeah. But it is. Oh my god, it's awesome. It's so good. Like every story. Like so, there's seven main stories. I'm sorry, 8 main stories. And like every story has been awesome. Like, and it's like and every story has been kind of a different time amount. So I think the longest one took me about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
I think the shortest one took me like an hour. So it's just a matter of just, and like the different things you like, it's just so clever. The writing's amazing. The voice acting's fantastic. It's that HD 2D, which is just awesome.
Yeah.
Like I know Final Fantasy recently released those pixel remasters of Final Fantasies. Fuck that. Put them in this, like, because like this, I love this style so much.
Dude, we haven't even gotten those pixel remasters on consoles
know,
yet. You need to pump the brakes here.
No, I hear you.
This
100%.
style is like 4 years away when they want another cash grab.
Oh no, 100%. But all it's just been it's so interesting because like one of them, for instance, like the Wild West story. There's a little bit of there's only like 2 or 3 battles the whole story, like combat wise. And one of the things you got to do is like this rival gang is coming to town, and they come at dawn. So you have
We ride it down.
oh yeah, 100%. I'm pretty sure they say that at some point. But so you have 8 bells before they come. So, which is in real time about 15 minutes before they come. So what you got to do, so what you're doing is you're searching all throughout town for traps that you can get. So like dynamite and carrots to distract the horses and all this other kind of stuff. And then after
That's a very RPG of them.
Oh yeah.
Carrots to distract the horses.
Yeah. And then once you find all the different items, then you go back to the saloon, and then you recruit members from the town to help you set up these traps for you. So, and then, but every member, it takes a certain amount of time for them to complete that like objective.
Okay.
So like it could take them a couple minutes. Some of them are like 30 seconds. Some of them takes like 4 minutes for them to like actually do it and stuff like that. So, and then, so there's 15 people that come total, and depending on how you do all your traps, you could essentially at the end just have just the boss. Like that's like the best case. It's like, which I did in my second try. Like first try I got my ass kicked because I still had like half of them, and then you have to battle all of them, and it's like this is a pain. So like, and then I kind of like was like, all right, well let me figure this out a little better, and then redoing it. So like stuff like that. Like it's not just like a typical like walk around grind kind of RPG or anything like that. Like no, like it in every single story is like very unique, and like it's just incredible. Like I'm on the 8th one, so I'm on the last one. I'm like 15 hours in, and like so that's the nice thing too. It's like even though it's a Jaybird, it's not that much time. Like it really is. It feels like it should be because there's so much different characters.
You like 8 stories.
Exactly,
like,
so many different things going on. But like the fact that I'm already like at 15 hours and I feel like I'm probably like about halfway through. I think this last one. I think this last one's supposed to be the longest.
And do these stories end up converging at some point, or
I think so. I think that's where it's going to, which is I think after this, I'm not 100. I don't know, but I think after this story, I think then the end game is them together. Like there's somehow everything's going to intertwine into this like big ending. I think I may be wrong, but if it does, that's going to even put it even more over the top. If it doesn't, it's still going to be awesome. Just the way this was all set up. But the fact that it was a 30-year-old game and like I've heard of it, but I never knew exactly what it was. Like it's incredible.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Art, yo,
What you playing?
not a lot. I already expressed my displeasure with Power Wash Simulator, so we got that out of the way. I tried playing The Outer Worlds again.
Okay.
I don't know why. It was just I saw it there on Game Pass, and why not? And I think I think I had the same problem that I did the last time I tried playing it. Like the gameplay, it's like very obviously gameplay wise a Fallout clone type thing. Obviously, it's in space and it's not the post-apocalyptic world, but
So Starfield is an Outer Worlds clone, is what you're saying?
yeah, basically.
Okay, got it. All right.
But like they you go in the game and you go through like the little bit of tutorial and they throw you into your character creation, which is cool, and you get to see all the different things and spec out your character, which is always fun. And then I think I played about 2 hours of fetch quests. I'm out. I'm out. I need more than that to reel me in the first couple hours of the game. I mean, you want to throw me a few at the beginning and get the feel of it, fine. But 2 hours is a bit much, especially when the game's not really that complicated. There's basic FPS controls.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, as you go along, you can pop me into a tutorial for the different systems as far as skill points and different upgrades you get to do. But I'll try it again at some point. Go back in at some point. And hopefully, it picks up. But I remember why I fell out of that the first time I tried playing it.
Yeah, I played that game for like 7 hours straight and then never touched it again.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like I don't know why. It's just how it went.
That's like I was sitting there trying to put my finger on it because I played it and I was like, this isn't doing it for me. This isn't grabbing me. What the hell's going on here?
I blame space.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. But and I'm like, oh, it's because every mission I've done so far is go talk to this person and get the payment they owe. Go talk to this person, get the payment they owe. Go to this guy and get this thing. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So that's where that sits. Outside of that, I've just played a bunch of stuff I already played before. Started playing GTA 5 again.
Nice.
You couldn't wait for the PlayStation 5 version?
No. Why? What? Why?
I don't know. They're making it.
Sure they are.
It's out.
Is it out?
Yeah. Yeah. It's been
Sure,
out.
I don't know.
I actually just Walmart's got it the Series X version for $20 right now. So I gotta go pick that up tomorrow.
I'm out of my mind.
But in my defense, I have not bought 5 since the PS3. So and I barely played it back then.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, $20, let's do it.
A lot of game for $20.
Yeah, let's do it.
So yeah, I've been kind of chipping away at that as I have free time when I'm not raging at Rainbow Six. That's it. That's all I got.
All right.
Breaking appliances.
All right. So I also played weird random games from the past. PGA Tour 2K21.
Okay.
I never played it.
I never played that one either.
I was in a mood for a golf game, and kind of like what you were talking about with the tennis game. Like I started in like whatever the minor leagues they call the thing, and like three rounds in, I'm shooting like a 59. I'm like, that's okay. Well, I guess can I get promoted now already? Like, I mean, I'm crushing everybody. I'm winning by like 20.
Yeah.
You said 3 lucky tours events.
Yeah.
And then I get to like the main, and it's like I'm shooting the same thing. It's just like I'm not even like upgrading my clubs yet or anything.
Yeah.
I'm playing on like the normal difficulty, so I mean I guess I could boost that up, but just like,
It sounds just like the tennis. Because, same thing. Normal difficulty. And I was even, upgrading my character. And it still just was all the same. Like, I didn't feel like I was upgrading.
No.
Like, honestly.
Yeah, the clubs are kind of, like, moving up and down. Yeah, it was fine. The swing mechanic is the one with, like, the stick. So it's like, you pull back for power. And then at the right time, you got to go forward. And it's all, like...
You gotta go in a straight line.
You gotta go in a straight line. You gotta go in the right pace and all that kind of stuff. So all that stuff was cool. It looked nice. But I don't know. It just didn't catch me. Okay. Have either one of you guys actually played the original Stanley Parable?
No.
Nope.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe came out earlier this year. It's so good. I played through the whole thing. This is that classic. Like all I want to do is talk about this game, but you can't. Or you're gonna ruin it. It's like when you start the game up, it says like right away, like, all right, what's today's date? And did you play Stanley Parable before? And then it goes.
Okay.
So I would assume if you didn't play it before, you wouldn't get to the Ultra Deluxe content like right away.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
After, I mean, you guys know like the main premise of it. It's like you're Stanley, and then you're in his office, and then the narrator's like, and then Stanley decided to leave the office. But you're saying, okay, I guess I'm supposed to leave the office. Then you walk down this hallway. All of a sudden, there's 2 doors, and then Stanley took the door on the left, but you can go either way. And then from there, there's the amount of choices and everything kind of just spirals out of control and now it's gone even to an Ultra Deluxe level of spiraling out of control. there's all kinds of like it's basically you just keep getting endings and like different endings and going back to the office and endings and going back to the office and starting again and see how the game really lets you play in the space. The game sees you from the moment you start it. It is brilliant. It was such a great time going back to it again.
Yeah.
And all the extra stuff really. I wish you guys would have played it before. Like you play it now, it would still be a great experience because you still played the original game before you get to the Ultra Deluxe stuff.
Okay.
But like playing it like 5 years ago and then like kind of and stuff, and then playing the Ultra Deluxe really was just like it was a joy. Like a smile on my face, literally laughed out loud at a couple things.
Nice.
It's absolutely great. I could not recommend that game enough. Before I recommend it even more now because there's more to it. I played all the way through TMNT Shredder's Revenge. I did a solo because I'm a loser. But like I said, I played through the whole thing, and I got through almost the entirety. I missed one collectible, so I went back and got that one collectible.
Okay.
And that's kind of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
right,
you go back and like level up each turtle and
Oh,
level
sure.
up the different people. I went back and played a little bit as Casey Jones.
Oh, yeah.
You unlock it after that. So like that wise, like there's not much to it, but it was super fun. Like it felt like the old arcade. It had like nods to it. The enemy type, there were a lot of enemies in this one
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nostalgia off the roof, off the charts on this one. But yeah, I mean, I think it was. If I would have got it full price, I think it may have been like, oh, this is it. But
Yeah.
again, it was Game Pass and everything
Why
else,
not?
and then I absolutely loved it. Other old game I finally decided to pick up. I picked up Hollow Knight. Because I was in the mood for like a side-scrolling, jumping, beat 'em up type of thing, like a Guacamelee type style. And I played this game probably for about 10, 11 hours.
Nice.
And I liked it to a point where I'm at the point right now where it's obtuse nature's kind of getting in the way of the fun. Where like I was in, you keep uncovering more and more areas, and you got to find the map maker in that area so you can get the map of that area, and he's always in different spots, and you got to find him, blah blah blah. So I'm like, I have touched every part of everything I could possibly see. Like, there's this one room that I can't do anything with. I didn't think I could do anything with. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Well, there was a special way you could jump on these mushrooms that was never explained to me. So, and I finally get to where that was, and I go down and I die. And in that game, it's kind of like one of those Soulsborne games where you die, you can go
Right.
back to where you were and pick up all the stuff you lost and whatever. But it's like, I don't know where I'm at. Fuck this. Like, I didn't know. I was like, I wandered around for 2 hours to do something I could have done from literally the first moment of the game that was never explained to me. I could slash down. I don't know.
Right.
So it was one of
right.
those things like, it just kind of hit me in the wrong. If I would have like lived and probably got through that section, I think it probably would have kept going.
Sure.
But there's a lot going for it. Like the boss battles are fun, and just the exploration of all these different underground worlds and bug monsters and everything else is fun. But it didn't really grab me. So I went back. I didn't really play more of the Quarry, but I watched more of the Quarry.
Okay.
I watched an Everyone Lives scenario. I watched an Everyone Dies scenario. Everyone Lives scenario. Like I said, I told you guys, the very first time I played, most people were unhappy that they lived.
Yeah.
And then the second playthrough, 7 of the 9 lived, and one guy was unhappy. Turned out he could have been happy, and just if I did the right series of events early on, type of thing. I was just like, I would not have done that ever.
He's unhappy that he lived,
He was missing a limb.
Oh.
but he lived.
He lived, but he was missing a limb. I don't. And knowing that character, I don't think he'd be very happy about it.
I mean, I can help him with the whole living
And
thing.
like, it was like I said, and I also found out. I think last time I spoke on this, where it's just like I thought one of my characters died. Like the very first time that a character could die, I thought like I failed and they died.
Right.
I was wrong. Someone could die earlier than that. But another one of those like really like you got to really mess this up to make that happen.
You have to try to make this happen.
But I found out because like at one point, when the other camp counselor died, I did something I was unaware. I killed that camp counselor.
Yeah.
And I did not know I did it
Okay.
until the end credits. When
wow.
they give you when they give you all like the
The rundown or whatever.
rundown of who everyone was.
Oh, interesting.
And I didn't know that because that first person died.
Okay.
So like later on, like they give you more context, like that you see that you see the camp counselor in a different way that makes more sense. I don't want to ruin too much for you, but long story short, it's because that first person died. Essentially, it killed the second one. Yeah, there's like 160 some endings to that game.
Oh my god,
it's really bonkers. And
that's
then
insane.
And the last thing I'm going to say about this, because again, I've watched way too many videos on this already, was like there's one character one of my characters that did live. I realized after watching the everyone lives like scenario, like you literally control this character for one section of the game, and you make one choice. And if you make that one choice wrong, he dies. Like it's really kind of crazy.
That is nuts.
How like razor thin his like story is.
That is on my that is on my Black Friday right
so
now.
I say that's on my
good.
I think it's on sale on PSN now. I'm waiting for more of a sale.
Yeah, it's like still like $46, like for like the next gen version. So it's like to me that like it's getting there, but it's like that's I'm thinking, man, that's gonna be like a prime $25-$30 game come Black Friday. That's gonna be perfect.
It's so good, and like there's so much. I want you guys both to play, so we can do like a spoiler thing, so we can talk about all of our decisions and everything. But just
it's gonna be a minute.
I know. I gotta keep my memory fresh on this one. But man, they just do so many little cool things. And I found out that they have in the game early on. One of the characters is listening to a podcast, and they've actually made like 6 episodes of that podcast.
Okay.
Like I gotta find that because it also goes to like obviously it intertwines with the story because it's about like supernatural, like it's a supernatural podcast.
Right.
So I just want to. I'm just gobbling up everything but the Corey. Like I'm finding all these crazy things, just like the scenarios and just like. I wonder, and like YouTube has just run amok with this too.
Oh,
So
I'm
it's
sure.
Like,
I'm sure.
I wonder if this would have happened with this character, and be like, and I can go and find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corey's great. Go play the game. Before I get into my little review thing that I did, I also upgraded my SSD in my PlayStation 5. It was Prime Day is now like everywhere. Like every electronic retailer does like Black Friday in July or whatever the hell they're calling it. So like Best Buy had one.
Yeah.
It was a 2 terabyte one. And it was only like
2 terabytes, huh?
It was only like 200.
Fucking Daddy Warbucks over here.
It was literally a $80 difference between the two. I'm just like, man, that's a game. Like that's the price of a game now.
I was super tempted by that.
Yeah.
That one. I saw that one. I almost pulled the trigger.
I upgraded mine a while ago. I just did 1 terabyte, but it was I want to say I only paid like $110 for it.
Yeah, mine I think was just like $210-ish or something like that.
When I did it, there was enough of a gap in the prices. It might have been the same, like $100. I'm like, nah, not right now.
Yeah. So yeah, the hardest thing for me was getting that goddamn plates
cover off. Yeah.
Oh, and like I was watching a video, I found someone who actually bought the exact one I bought because I wanted to watch that. I know it doesn't make a difference, but I wanted to watch the exact one I bought. Go in there.
It's a universal.
I know. I know it doesn't matter. But I wanted to see it. And this guy like ripped his off and like broke like a bunch of plastic tabs off his. I'm like, I'm not watching this shit. Like he's already fucked up his PlayStation.
Yeah, no, yeah. You lift up in the corner and you slide.
Yeah, but I'm like, I'm gonna break this fucking thing. And then it makes a very scary pop sound. Like, oh, it's all good.
So the only reason I knew that is because I replaced the plates on my PlayStation, so I've already been down this road before.
Oh yeah.
So I got that. I got that thing off.
Also, if I do break it, I have backups.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's a good point.
So yeah, popped the thing off, got it all on. My fan was way cleaner than I thought it was gonna be. So I still cleaned that out just a little bit, but it was super simple. Like take the screw out, put the thing in,
nice.
Put the screw back in, and you're done.
Nice.
Look, if you were comfortable swapping out the hard drive on the PS4, you could do the PS5.
I never did that, but it was literally just like it's like trying to uncover like a USB drive. You plug the USB drive in and you cover it all back up. Yeah, it's not hard. All right, last but not least,
I shouldn't speak on this because I take apart computers for a living, so
I don't.
My experience is not the same as 99.9% of the people.
It was like
you're more the common man here.
25% of my time was like getting
worrying about breaking the
No,
tabs.
25% of my time was like getting like the area ready. Like, I got this towel down. I got this sturdiness. My PlayStation 5 has not left the cubbyhole since I got it. You know what I mean?
Right,
this is the first
right.
time I've removed it since that happened. Like 25% of my time was setting up, and then 25, probably more like 50% of my time was getting off the lid, and then the other 25% was undoing that little metal flap and putting the thing in and closing the metal flap and closing it up, and that was it. And then what? Oh, and transferring files. Oh my God, was so fast. Because I took anything that was not PlayStation 5, I put into the new expanded memory. I know it's all the same or whatever, but it just makes life easier for me, I guess, in my own brain. Because when I download, I still download to the main one, and it transferred it was something like 400 gigabytes in like 4 minutes. Like it was flying.
Nice.
All right, so last but not least, so I got Art forwarded to me on Twitter from Shinobi. He does publishing, or he does advertising,
marketing.
That's what we're looking for.
Whatever, community relations. I don't know what the hell they call it these days.
For I think it was Asher Publishing, because that's Asher Publishing and Asher Studios made a game called Game Deck. And they were looking like advanced copies, and Art sent it to me, and
Well, it was there was something in the description. I think it was like, if you like Disco Elysium, and you like that game, so I'm like, hey Mike, check this out,
and I do. So I did. So I sent it out to him. We just finished, and I heard back from him, and I got a code. So it was pretty crazy that we actually got this. Like I said, we've gotten I think like 4 total,
something like that.
Yeah, 3 or 4 maybe.
So this is definitely in the vein of a Disco Elysium. Is that like isometric RPG, lots of choices. It's cyberpunky as well. The main premise of the game is that you are a game detective. So in the future, people are in like full on VR, bubbles, like in beds and couches and helmets and special suits, and they got if they're gonna have like long play sessions, they have special suits that like massage their muscles so they don't get atrophy and stuff. It gets that far into the minutia of this world, which something I did like about it is it gets really deep into the who, what, where, when, and why of that world. And as a game detective, you go into these different games to solve mysteries, find people. Like the very first case you go into, it's a big CEO, like a bigwig CEO. His son has basically is trapped in this game and will not get out. And there's 3 little VR beds. He's in one. His son's in one. Random woman is in 2. And the guy's like best friends in 3, but he got out. He left. He was able to leave the game. So it was up to me to So it was up to me to go in there, find out who's this woman. 1, 2, find out what. I don't even know what game this guy's in, because the chair's been the chair's been tampered with, and you can't look at the history and things like that. So you gotta go around. You gotta talk to their friend and figure out what he's doing, where he's at, and then once you actually get into the game, there's different rules to the game. You can see there's different HUD for each one of the games you're on there too. So you kind of go in, and every time you go into a different game, it's a little bit different. The game plays the same, but the vibe is different. The people you talk to are completely different. What you're doing detective wise is completely different. So all that stuff is really, really cool. You talk to people, you find clues, you make deductions, and you might be right, you might be wrong, which is y'all know, is the key to my heart when it comes to games. I love detective games. I love detective games that let you be wrong. And I still think you can. Like I said, I played 2 of the cases, and I still feel like I could probably have gotten to the ending on at least the first one if I was somewhat wrong.
Yeah. Because
I don't want to get into it, but long story short, I still feel like I could have got there. But what was I gonna say? Oh, but as you gotta go in there, as being a game detective, you have different things you can do in the game, in the game world, where you can kind of break it, where you can kind of see some of the code, or you can see the I forget what they call a prompt kit or something like that. So you can see what's been tampered with. You can see what used to be there. You can roll things back. You can. If you get caught in a virusy loop, you can break it because you have the ability to get past those type of securities and stuff like that. So there's a lot to move around, a lot to play with. A lot of dialogue choices just go away when you do something wrong. The very first thing I did after I was talking to the bigwig in his office was trying to open a safe, and I touched it. I touched the safe and like it set off an alarm, and the guy was like, "What the hell are you doing?" It's just like, and my
Looking for clues.
my guy. I'll get back into the create a character in a minute, but like my guy, his whole thing was like, he's like the gift to gab type of guy. He's just like, I am not going to explain myself to you. I am trying to find your son. It's like, and that was one of my options. And the more options you pick, the more things you find, the more dialogue you open. You get these points that you put in these 4 different categories, and with those 4 different categories are just basically like currencies that allow you to up your knowledge of kind of like of either how the world works, gift to gab type of stuff, or you're more of a techie type of person. So you're gonna move through the techie dialogue branch. Like when dialogue stuff comes up, I can talk to a hacker in a different way. I can talk to like a troll in a certain way because I have unlocked different dialogue trees with those points. Circling back to creating your character, there's a few different characters. You have a bunch of different like base plate characters you make, and then you can take basically what your motivation is, which is like, are you there to, are you altruistic? Are you hedonistic? Are you like what are you? And then based on which one you pick, you get like a start off points to those four things. But I like starting the game is like game start. And you're out of the plate, and you're falling, and the game's going, and it's just like I don't know what these 4 things are. Like I didn't know what they are until I get into the game, and they're just like, okay, well, heart is 2, light bulb is 3. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know what that stuff is. So like that was like one of my main complaints was with the game was just like it took me like I created a character, started the game, found out what that was. Started over again. Yeah, it's like, okay, now I know what the heck this stuff means.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just the game jettisons you into the game way too quick for something like that complex too. Like this is not like I'm playing baseball where I understand the rules of baseball. Yeah, right, I'm in some future crazy cybernetic world. Like I don't know what I did. I have no frame of reference for this stuff outside of other fiction, which may or may not apply to this. So like that was like one of those things that I was just like, I wish they would have pumped the brakes or like told me what those things were. Also, when you start up the game, like I turn on the game, and I was playing this on the Switch, by the way. It was probably important to say.
Which, by the way, congrats on finding your Switch.
Thank you. Yeah. I had to ask a child.
That may not always set you on the right course, but I'm glad it worked out for you this time.
Fact. So yeah, I was playing on the Switch, and like I turned the game on, and like the graphics screen for like the publisher was like chugging. I'm like, oh god, that's not good.
Oh god.
And there is some performance issues pretty much throughout. There's a lot. This is much like Disco Elysium, not the Final Cut of Disco Elysium, where it is all text based. There's like each character, like the characters when you go up and talk to somebody, they'll give you like a line of dialogue. But just like the first line, and like everything else is reading. And on the Switch, man, I have good eyes, and I was having trouble. Like I was having trouble reading that thing. Yeah. So I had also found my dock and put the dock on the TV.
Oh my goodness!
You really went the full 9 for this.
I appreciated.
You committed.
I appreciated getting the code.
Did you do it on the 70-inch?
No, I did not. I did not.
It really helped those eyes?
I did not. I can see everything. I did not. No, but yeah, I got the once I got that going into it, made it significantly easier to read and follow along.
With that, did you look to see if there was any kind of like accessibility options to change text size or anything?
I didn't. I didn't get too far into the options. I feel like there was mostly just like sound effects, like sliders and shit.
Just asking because I know that's something I change out a bunch of games because the text will just be too small because I don't know, I'm old, I guess.
It would have been like, honestly, I feel if I would have made the text bigger on the Switch, it probably would have taken up like 3/4 of the screen, like for real. So that also would not have been good. But yeah, I mean, the world's super interesting. Like the character you make is the character you make. So, and the people around you are interesting, and just like the amount of like choices and options and missed opportunities, and just like sometimes like it's like I've done everything I can do in this little area. I'm like, I gotta just make a choice here and hope I'm right. Like in terms of just like my deduction piece of it, which I do super appreciate. I'm gonna stick with it too. Like I said, I finished. I probably played it for about 15-16 hours.
Oh, nice.
That's about how how long to beat it on the thing,
Uh-huh.
but I know I'm not. I know that's not right for me.
Well, so you're
Especially way I play
the
games.
person that clicks everything that you
Yeah,
can.
like 2 or 3 times. Like I know I missed something. So
Right.
like I'm crawling around every corner of that game trying to find stuff.
I've watched you play Fallout. I know you click on every damn
That's
thing.
true. You should have saw me play Red Dead. Holy Lord.
Oh my god.
So yeah, like Game Deck. It's on Steam. It's on Switch. I meant to look up the price before we looked down here, but yeah, I mean, art's on it. But honestly, like I'm having a good time with it. Game of the Year category, probably not. Just for like the technical stuff and just like it's missing some polish points to it, but also feels like it has a really, really good idea and it executes some things really, really well. Which I can't say about some AAA titles, you know.
Sure.
So ultimately, yeah, I mean, it would be a recommend for me if you do like that kind of thing. Just like that post that said that Art sent to me a long time. You know, if you're into Cyberpunk, if you're into things like Disco Elysium, if you're into games like that, this makes a lot of sense. If detective story, like I said, all those things, it does those things well as long as you as long as you forgive those shortcomings of it being an indie game, indie studio. Lower budget and things like that.
$30.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate it for $30. I don't love it for $30.
Yeah. 20 would be more sweet.
I probably. And it's, but I think it's definitely like I mean, we don't do points here, but I mean, it's definitely. If I were to do, I don't want to start that. I don't want to put a number on it, but like ultimately, what I liked about it was. It gave me the latitude to be wrong, which makes it feel so good to be right. You know what I mean? And that is really the crux of this game. On top of just being a very interesting, well thought out world, and I'm hoping that some of these little, because like the first case was over, you're right. Second case, all right. You walk around your apartment and you get an email about your second case, and you go. So like, I'm hoping that was like that. Also, this is a little bit of a mature game. Like the very first game you go into is about punishing sex and like and stuff like that, and the second one's like Farmville, so there's a little bit for everybody, you know what I mean?
This price is making it sound a little more worth it.
Yeah, you go in this world and you got these people that and then all of a sudden there's a guy who's a troll who's dressed up like a unicorn that he like, do you want to see a trick? And you're like, sure, and he blows up and kills you. And you
Amazing.
Yeah, it's like little stuff.
That's pretty cool.
It's like little stuff like little stupid stuff like that. It's just like it gets like the internet stuff right too. It's just it's very good.
I'll keep an eye on a sale on that.
Yeah, yeah, for real. Like I really it's one of those things where I would definitely prefer to play it on PC, even though I don't play anything on PC. Like if I were to play this game on something, it would be PC. I would like it, but I mean, it's totally playable on like a bigger screen for Switch. It was fine on the Switch handheld, but like I said, a little bit rough.
Speaking of PC, it's also $30 there, but there is a demo that you can download.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But unfortunately, like I said, the first the onboarding is like a train wreck. So like as long as you can get past, if the content of the demo grabs you, and you can forgive the onboarding, it's for you.
Nice.
All right, that's all I got. Steak, what's coming out next couple weeks?
All right. July 29th, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for the Nintendo Switch.
That's it. That's all Steak has to talk about right now.
That's all I'm going to be talking about for the rest of the fucking year.
Oh, my God.
The story's supposed to take about 140 hours to beat, so.
That's like a week and a half for you, though.
Yeah. August 4th, Sword and Fairy Together Forever, PS4, PS5. Another one I'm very excited for. I've been waiting on. August 9th, 2 Point Campus, PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, and Xbox. I'm not sure if that one's on Game Pass or not.
It is.
Is it? Okay, cool. So if you've played 2 Point Hospital, it'll just be now 2 Point Campus. And finally, August 11th, Cult of the Lamb.
Oh, yeah.
For PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, and Xbox. That's from good old Devolver. It's a roguelike, but it is goats, satanic, and all the goodness of murder.
There's quite the roller coaster ride for me. Like Devolver Digital.
Roguelike.
sidetrack here. I was digging through my closet after I, thought I ruined all my clothes the other day. Apparently, at some point, I bought a Devolver Digital T-shirt.
Nice.
Didn't even know I have it.
That's awesome.
You should be wearing that more often.
Yeah, hell yeah. I wear that every day.
I did not know I had that.
That's amazing.
At some point, I bought it though.
That's awesome. We do have our PlayStation Plus games for August. For PlayStation Plus, we're going to be getting Yakuza Like a Dragon, PS5 and PS4 version.
Should have been our 2020 game of the year.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, PS5 and PS4 versions. So
Very cool.
Which is
Sure
awesome.
they're not going to charge you for an upgrade for PS5.
It sounds like it.
Not that we know of.
Good thing I held off. And Little Nightmares for PS4. So I will finally give that a go.
Thank God.
That's a killer lineup.
Yeah,
That is
no,
an awesome lineup.
amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
Unfortunately, I already bought and played all those. But
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
a great lineup.
No, the lineup's amazing. On top of the Yakuza Like a Dragon, they did announce that all the Yakuza games are going to be coming to PlayStation Plus, Extra, and Premium.
Mm-hmm.
I have a major problem with this. If you've not seen already on Twitter, I don't know. I don't know why. I've been interacting with people more. I don't know why. I gotta stop. People just you get the nice people on Twitter. And
Oh.
you got the people who are just like, okay, did you not read the fact that I already said I was wrong? Like, like of course you didn't. But this is something else. So all of them are coming to PlayStation Plus throughout the end of the year. 0, 1, and 2 will be, and 6 will be a part of PlayStation Plus Extra.
Yes.
Yakuza 3 through 5, so 3, 4, and 5, you will need premium for.
Correct.
This is so stupid. 3, 4, and 5, and it's the remastered versions of 3, 4, and 5, which are on PS4. So it's not even a quote-unquote classic because it's not the PS3 versions and it's not the cloud-based versions.
And I don't know,
This is stupid.
breaking up a series like that. It's not like I don't know. It's not like Resident Evil 1 to Resident Evil 6. You know what I mean? Like, okay, maybe those need to be on different sections of this thing because it's wildly different.
They're all different games and whatever.
Right.
Right.
But breaking up that kind of series is nonsense and pointless.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Just get the good pub. I don't know.
Well, the whole PlayStation Plus stuff is, drives me crazy too because like Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 are on there, but it's the PS3 version, so you have to cloud stream them.
Stream it, yeah.
When there's PS4 versions of these, it's just I don't know. But that again, I don't understand dividing this series up like that. That makes no sense. And of course, I guess a couple people are like, "Oh, it's only $20 more a year. Who cares?" That's not the point. The money is not the point at this point. That's just stupid.
It's just a weird decision. There's been a lot of this new PlayStation Plus stuff that's been kind of a mess, but it's also been just unforced errors and just dumb stuff like that. Just why? It's
Right, exactly.
Isn't there someone in the room be like, hold on a minute, guys? You know what I mean?
This
There's
makes
gotta be
no sense.
somebody will raise their hand and be like, wait, just 1 second.
Right.
Unless there's some kind of weird, weird licensing thing that we don't know about or some kind of nonsense like that. I have no idea
But
why.
For that,
it
I don't
would be
think
that
if
way.
there can't be.
I wouldn't think so.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Xbox hasn't announced their games with gold yet, but we know it'll be a joke, so who cares, anyways.
No more 360 games. Sometimes,
But that might.
later
Who
this
knows?
year?
Everyone's saying that actually might help then, because then get rid of that. We'll see.
Who knows?
Because PlayStation for a while was really bad, and then now with this new stuff, ever since they dropped the PS3 and Vita, we've been getting better stuff actually.
100%.
So I wonder if that's going to kind of fall with X. We'll find out, but I don't know. But it'll be nice to see if Xbox kind of does the same thing.
And with this new the PlayStation Plus Extra and whatever, the essentials, the ones that come with the essential, the baseline PlayStation Plus, have been really good for 2 months in a row.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
We'll see.
Maybe I'll try going for the platinum in Yakuza now.
Dude,
Those are platinums. That's a lot of hours, man.
you got to do that super.
Yeah,
mega
but I
power.
already knocked out 50 hours my first playthrough.
Yeah, but you
saves
do-
in the cloud.
you
Yeah,
gotta
you're
do
probably at least doubled that.
Yeah, you
it's
got to do
fine.
that super
It's been a year.
crazy mega tower thing.
Yeah, it's fine.
Unfortunately, you can't transfer your save to the PS5 version though.
Yeah, I can still play the PS4 version. Of
Yeah.
PS5.
And then Game Pass did have some stuff added recently and also this week. As Dusk Falls was added on July 19th. That is on my to play list.
Mm-hmm. I know that game is. I know you can play the game multiplayer, but is it
It's kind of like the way it was for Man of Medan, where you basically whatever decision gets chosen the most wins.
Okay.
It's basically that's all it is.
You're voting.
I believe.
Okay, so like a single player is basically like any of the other ones, which is like you're just making the choices as you go along,
Yeah.
as opposed to like doing like a group think tank.
A
type
group
of deal.
think and like,
Okay.
hey, these people want this, these people want this, this one won, and
Gotcha.
yeah, I'm as far as I've seen, that's what it seems like.
Okay.
But it sounds like the way As Dusk Falls is set up, they actually have like chapters, so you could actually just like, so if you pick one way, you can easily just go back and see what the other option is and stuff like that. So, Watch Dogs 2 came on July 19th as well, and it came with an FPS boost. MotoGP 22 came out on July 21st. Torment Ties of New Ramera was added on July 21st. Inside is being added on July 29th. That'll be added to my finally play this game list.
Oh my god, you never played Inside?
I have not played Inside.
I
I
just hope it hasn't been, hope it hasn't been overhyped for you at this point, because I know Art didn't like it, right?
I think it was fine. Right?
I think it's one of my favorite games of all time. So
It's not-
maybe hopefully you'll land somewhere in between.
Honestly, it's not overhyped. Nothing's like it's more like it's one of those where it's just like, man, I can't believe I've never played that. I need to play that.
It's like
that.
3.5 hours. Of
Oh,
your
yeah,
life,
that too.
and
Yeah,
it's
short,
So good.
Absolutely. And on July 31st, the following are leaving: Dodgeball Academia,
Oh no.
Katamari Damacy Reroll, Luminaries Remastered, Omno, and Raji, an Ancient Epic. Which that's unfortunate because I think they just updated it within the enhanced edition, which is actually supposed to like
Enhance it?
quite a bit actually, like quite a bit though too.
Okay.
Like actually, so it's one of those where it's like I just with everything else I've been playing, I haven't had time to
I've looked
come
at a
back into
dodgeball
that.
game like a dozen times.
Me too. I finally just uninstalled it. So I'm like, you know what? Without seeing this too, I was like, I am just never gonna get to this.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is cool, like a dodgeball RPG. I need that, but I'm never gonna get to this.
Extra.
It's time for some news.
News.
Two news.
Ooh.
Two brief news.
Ooh.
Is it like two that are brief, or is it too brief? Like it's
Two items that are brief.
okay. Thank you.
God of War Ragnarok has a release date,
Yay!
November 9th,
Hey.
2022.
Was gonna be the 11th. Did you see that one? They accidentally Sony accidentally posted the wrong ad. And the original date was the 11th, the same day as Starfield. That was supposed to be.
That's crazy. I will still believe it when I see it, because Sony games have done that in the past. Yes. Like Last of Us
2?
Part 2. Like it's coming out in this date, and then 2 weeks later, like no, it's not. So I will believe that when I still see it. I hope it comes out this year. That'd be fantastic if it comes out this year.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, I mean, I know it's got a war, like it's still got a war, so it's like I guess you don't need to see it, but we still haven't really seen it in a way.
I can't
either.
tell. Yeah, I don't know. I'm on full radio blackout for this too, so I don't know if I'm just not seeing it because I'm avoiding
No,
it.
they haven't
or
shown.
they just haven't shown anything.
They haven't shown
Okay.
anything really.
He is done.
Are you going to contribute?
No, I didn't play the last one. I got nothing to say
right.
here.
my God, that's
I
right.
forgot. You still never played it. Oh my god.
Hitting my head against the mic.
God damn it, Art.
Oh my.
So no, I'm not going to
God.
contribute. My nothing to contribute.
Oh man.
Do you know how the ending is?
No.
Man.
Okay, so you need to just go watch it, and then so you can play this one.
That's a long game. Just like, just try it. Like that's kind of a long game.
It's
to
a
be
long
like,
game. Yeah, no. So just watch it.
I mean, it's one of the best games of all time. So maybe.
Yeah.
But oh dude, I forgot that you never got to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Moving on.
I don't know if I can move on.
A bunch, not a bunch, a handful of items were leaked today about GTA 6.
Yes.
It is being worked on. It does exist.
Hey.
But when are we going to get the remastered Red Dead Redemption 2? That's the question that we all want to know.
If it was a Sony game, you'd have it soon. Because they love remastering their shit twice, apparently.
I would spend $80 on that.
I was just going to say, and it would be $80. That's actually what I was just going to say.
I would spend $90. I would spend $110 on that game. And that's probably as far as I would go.
Oh,
Let's hope
sorry.
Rockstar doesn't hear this.
It's
For the
$119.99.
sake of everyone else.
So the news that was leaked about this is the game will reportedly feature a female playable character. This thing it said there was going to be 2 characters you can play as. It's going to be like a Bonnie and Clyde type.
Yep.
That's neat.
the setting is going to be in a fictional version of Miami, with more locations to be added later. I'm not sure if does that mean they're actually doing like single player DLC this time? Not gonna get my hopes up.
There's
no.
There's no single player in this at all.
Oh,
That
God.
could be too.
I will fucking.
It could be basically be an MMO. Would not
I hate
surprise
everyone. I
me.
hate
Now,
everyone.
they mentioned 2 characters, so they'll probably not. I'm trying to fuck with Art, but
I hate everyone.
I saw that that raised an eyebrow for me too, in terms of like adding new locations. If you're adding new locations just to add them, I mean, that's cool. I mean, if you're adding new locations that I can just do like sandbox stuff in and ultimately GTA Online stuff in, like, all right, fine. But like, I'd rather have them have a purpose or like something, more meaningful than just like a new place to flip my car.
Yeah.
100%.
See, apparently they say there's going to be more interior locations than any previous GTA game. Yes. The estimated launch date is sometime between April 2023 and March 2024, but developers are skeptical about that. Apparently, Rockstar's made a bunch of changes to try to reduce overtime and crunch, so the release date is kind of up in the air.
That's 2024. 100%.
Well, he also has like some people who just love the project too because it's been like stagnant, I guess, for a little bit. Like, there's been all kinds of madness going on.
Yeah. Well, we won't see it for the first time till next year.
The quote here: developers on the team reportedly expect the game to be at least 2 years away, and said no firm release date has been set internally.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, so Red Dead 2 came out in 2018, right?
Yeah.
I feel like because same year as God of War, so 2018.
Yes.
So yeah, that's quite a few years between like big launches for Rockstar. Remember when you used to put games out all the time? Wasn't that great?
What's that?
When Rockstar put out games like all the time.
At least every couple of years. Like every couple of years, we get something from them. Like something.
I mean, sometimes it was table tennis, but sometimes it was Bully.
Well, right.
Sometimes it was Max Payne 3.
Manhunt.
Sometimes it was Manhunt 1 or 2.
Bring back Manhunt.
Sometimes it was Manhunt 2, and it was banned in a bunch of countries.
Yeah.
Bring back Manhunt 2. Give me that on Switch so I can strangle people with my Joy-Cons again.
Oh, that's right. They had the Wii version.
Yeah, the Wii version.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
That was a huge deal.
The only other thing of note here is that the company is also focused on making fewer jokes in GTA that punch down at marginalized groups. I mean, that's fine. Let me see how it affects the game and the story before I, throw judgment out on that. I mean, kind of one of the trademarks of GTA has always been kind of the crassness and the political incorrectness. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
We'll see how it goes.
parody is dead, so.
Yeah, right. So we'll see how that goes. I believe some of the things in this report.
It's just 2 years away, and God knows what else. And I mean, none of this is substantiate. There's no way to actually say like, "Yep, this is how it is," or "This is going to happen." I mean, a year and a half from now, if they show a Bonnie and Clyde type character, then all right, then I guess they were right. But because it's far too late to change it at this point. I don't know. It's like I feel like we talked about a year ago when they talked about like this game is in development, and now it's just like it's still maybe 3 years away, which is kind of a bummer.
Well, it's because they're still focused on GTA Online. I mean,
Why would they not be?
That new GTA
That's
Online
wh-
thing's
that's
coming
why
out soon or just came
We
out.
haven't gotten a
whatever.
GTA
Plus.
game for 10 years now?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, it's insane. I mean, and the fact is too is like if they continue to make the freaking money they're making off of it, it's like
People order
I get it. Like
GTA 5 for Xbox Series X and pick it up at Walmart tomorrow.
that's
For
right.
$20.
For $20. Like I said, in my defense, it's only my second time buying it. So, and I haven't bought it since PS3 on launch day. So that was a really long time ago. Yeah. But no, I don't. It's just, I hate reports like this because it's just like it's one of those things where it's just like, okay, this is just like, oh, this is all what's going on. It's like, but can I just hear it from Rockstar will let us know when they're ready to tell us and show us. Like, I mean, again, like look at we're not gonna or we could kind of talk about it now. Look at the Knights of the Old Republic remake right now. Like they announced that everyone's getting all pumped and excited and stuff, and now they've been quiet for a while, and now we kind of know why. Like, but so it's like in that aspect, it's like, okay, well, it's GTA 6, so it's not going to get canceled. But at the same time, like, if they're not ready to show us or tell us stuff yet, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Like, you know, just coming from a huge Square Enix fan, I am tired of seeing stuff so far. Like, the fact that Kingdom Hearts 4 has been announced already, fuck that. Like, so you could have, like, delayed that for another couple of years showing me that, because I know it's still at least 4 years away, at least.
Yeah, we talked about this the last time with, like, does this game exist or not?
Right, you're right. Yeah.
Knights of the Republic on that list right now. That game does not exist.
Nope. I feel bad for that studio because it sounds like they were so happy with what they did, but the higher ups were not.
Well, yeah,
is what it basically sounds like.
That studio did a bunch of Star Wars remasters, but they did like much smaller things.
Oh, 100%.
So like this was like
This is a huge,
much bigger bite of
Yeah.
the apple, and I mean, I don't know. We're never gonna see this, you know, whatever they put together, this demo or vertical slice or whatever.
Oh, it'll get leaked eventually. Like some
some footage, some footage at some point
yeah.
will be, but like,
especially if an employee gets canned or something. Yeah, that's usually when it happens.
The project gets canceled. And
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's one of those things where it's like it makes it worse. This like knowing something, thinking that we know something is worse than just silence. I think is what you're saying, because now it's just like, all right, we're anticipating something happening now, which may or may not even be true or whatever. As opposed to, like you said, but Rockstar doesn't do that either. Like I remember with like, you know, with 4, I was just like, this is GTA 4 and it'll be out in 5 months, and then it came out like 8 months later. But like whatever, you know,
Right,
same thing.
Well, my thought on like everything that report is like, so Schreier was the one who did the report. I don't think much of him as a person, but as a reporter, he's usually pretty fucking spot on.
Yeah.
Like he's like the old school like investigative reporter. Like he has multiple sources that confirm the same thing. So I think that stuff's probably all true now. By the time we see GTA 6, it may be all different. So
We'll see that, right, and that's the thing, right?
I still think you'll see the female playable character.
100%. I agree.
Like this time for that.
That's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
You could play a female character in GTA 1. Thank you.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's like I said. I mean,
I
yeah.
don't remember GTA 1.
Just top down.
I remember that. I don't remember any of the characters. I just remember Kill Frenzy.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Rough. Those are rough to play.
Well, now they are.
They were hard
my
to play.
God.
It was fun. You had to go to
They were hard to play
Kill
even back
Frenzy.
then. They were hard to play back then. Even those were rough games.
I'm just happy that Rockstar is even still deciding to make games, because they do have like the money making machine of GTA Online.
Oh, yeah.
Because I guess, you know, when Steam has Steam, they're like, well, fuck making games. We're not gonna make shit. We're gonna just rake in cash until we're all dead.
I mean, like, but they have all these. They have a large number of great IPs. It would be like, if anything, if they were gonna like want to rest on just GTA Online and raking in money, like take a team.
Yeah.
That's your GTA Online team.
Yeah.
You make enough money to have another team do all your normal campaign type games.
Where's that Max Payne remaster? Remember?
Yeah, they talked
that
about
was
it.
officially announced, right?
Yeah.
I believe the 1 and 2 remaster.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is that an actual game, Mike?
We haven't even seen that.
It's a remaster, or a remake. So I say yeah. I say it's real. But even like something, I mean, it's dumb. But again, going back to my love for like detective games, but like even like L.A. Noire would be great. Like I would love for them to do like a new one of those with like current graphics.
I was gonna say, because back then, like,
Only if you could still ask a guy if he fucks little boys.
why they? It's like, is this guy lying or not? And he's just like, well, his face is looking like he's having a stroke.
I'll say-
so he's probably lying.
Are you lying? Yes. Do you fuck little boys? Whoa.
It was a different time. You know. I mean,
I was gonna say though, like that, but that LA Noire technology back then, like, yeah, can you imagine that now? Like,
saying,
oh
like-
my god, like the facial expressions have gone so much further that like that could be impressive. Like,
why when you guys eventually play the Quarry, like the facial animations and like Supermassive games are always really good. The Quarry is exceptionally good. So like they wouldn't even need to do like as nuts. So they would just have to do like what they did in L.A. Noire was like a leap forward for like facial
unheard of at the time.
Computer generated facial expressions. Now it's just like that's kind of what games are, and they're good as is.
Right.
So I don't know. It's never gonna happen. But like I would love for them just to do something, man.
Can I get another bully?
That's never gonna happen.
well, after all those reports of how that sequel was canceled, yeah, that's never gonna happen. I want another Midnight Club.
Oh shit,
Midnight Club was awesome. That last one was phenomenal.
So this, I don't know, something. I still miss Max Payne 3's multiplayer, which is just so stupid and so niche, and very. There's probably no one listening right now to play that, but I am.
I think they finally shut those down.
They did. They did a few years ago,
yeah, they finally shut those down.
All right, so
That's all I got.
that's all he has. So let's talk about some games coming out the rest of this year.
All right, let's see what we got.
Let's talk about GTA 6. Oh, wait.
This year.
I'd be happy with this
Are we doing
decade.
the Nintendo version? Because then we could talk about GTA 6. What we say this year.
Nothing. See, nothing makes. Irony is dead. Parody is dead. Nothing makes sense. Facts are fiction.
Mike's entered the nihilist part of his life.
The realist part of my life.
Oh goodness. All right, let's see here.
I used to not think that an opinion can be wrong,
I mean,
but opinions can definitely be wrong.
as long as your opinion's not stating a fact, I mean,
or based off of false facts.
There you go. All right, so let's continue off.
Got a lot of problems with you people.
Let's continue from where I left off here. So August 12th, Spider-Man Remastered.
I'll Festivus right now. Festivus in July. Let's go.
Take him, Georgie.
August 12th, Spider-Man Remastered is coming out on PC.
Oh yeah,
Someone's getting like a whole bunch of upgrades, which is pretty impressive. Yeah. I can't wait to actually see it from other people. August 19th, I know you guys are going to break down and buy it. Madden 23.
Here's how little I'm interested
I
in
will.
Madden.
I'm waiting for the demo I get with Game Pass.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
Okay, two things. One, I'm also waiting for the demo with Game Pass. Actually, three things.
First thing I'm going to do with the demo on Game Pass, I'm going to simulate through franchise.
Yeah.
See what I got there.
There you go.
You should get
Play a few games. See what I got there.
Do the 10 seasons forward and see if there's like no one in the 90s and all linemen are 60.
Right.
Well, nonsense they always do with that. All right, three things. I was at number one.
Between you and me, we should go through our 10-hour things, like actually post a video review.
Oh, dude.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, man, that'd be
because I think the two of us have enough of a laundry list of bullshit from them that if it's still there, we'd have no problem calling them out.
Yeah. Oh my god. Number two is like I'm so disinterested in getting Madden. I'm not even like entering Twitter contest to win a Madden case. A bit of it.
I haven't seen any Twitter contests.
I haven't seen anything yet. Yeah.
But no, I saw a couple already.
Yeah.
But number three, like unless this game, like honestly, I'm gonna wait for reviews on this thing. If they're like it's like a 9 or a 10, okay, fine, you'll get my attention. But even then,
I think
it's still after I've played my 10-hour demo.
I think you might need to temper those review scores because sports games never get 9 and 10s.
I'm just saying.
But yes, I understand waiting for reviews. Same boat. I'm not gonna sit here and say there's no way in hell I'm getting it, but I'm definitely gonna scrutinize the shit out of it before.
Well, I will say I do give reviewers credit. Last year they shit on it, and like that was the first time they actually really shit on it. And it's like you guys should have been shit on this for a while, and you haven't been, but they finally did. So hopefully the turnaround's coming. Let's hope.
We'll see.
August 23rd, Saints Row.
Pass.
Mildly interested.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not like I love 3 and 4, but this one's not connecting with me. Like just at least from what I've seen.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. An open world GTA like sounds good, I guess.
Yeah.
But like I feel like a little bit of time has passed unless you're GTA. Like I don't know.
Well, and that's part of the thing with Saints Row is like it started out as a franchise that was like competing with GTA, but it was a little more grounded. And then Saints Row 3 just threw that all out the fucking window.
You know what? Fuck this.
And they just went super crazy. Yeah.
They went Fast and Furious like 5, like and beyond. All right, let's see here. August 25th. This is more for me. Soul Hackers 2. It's an Atlas game, and it's the return of Atlas to Xbox, which is exciting.
Oh, okay.
It's coming, so that's exciting to see. Day after that Pac-Man World Repack is coming out.
Apparently, there's been some like I don't know weird copyright thing with Miss Pac-Man. Have you seen that yet?
I did.
So I guess because Miss Pac-Man was essentially originally like a hacked version of Pac-Man.
Yes. Yep.
So that was owned by somebody else, and they guess they had like a handshake agreement for like a really long time, and then someone took over the Pac-Man license. They're like, no, fuck you. Your handshake agreement. We're gonna make Pac-Mom instead, which is like, that's just weird.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
It's so weird. Like,
Yeah.
just pay Miss Pac-Man for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Right?
Or just take the fucking person to court and say you infringe on our copyright and get control of it.
It's probably too late for that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
after you've made an agreement and paid the man at some point, I think that's too late for that.
Right. Let's see here. August 30th is a big day. We got the Destroy All Humans 2 reprobed. So that's that remaster. And that's next gen only. So it's
That's
should be
interesting.
pretty. One of the months, the Game Pass, one of the quests was for involve the Destroy All Humans, like the first remaster.
Okay.
So I did play a little bit of that. It was actually pretty decent.
Those games are like loved.
Oh, so
And
much
I
fun.
I miss both of them.
But so
Yeah.
much fun. Yeah. Also on the 30th, that Encryption is coming out finally for PS4 and PS5.
Oh, Inscription?
Inscription.
Or Inscription. Is
Yes.
it? Oh, sorry, my bad. Inscription.
Yes.
That's that PC game that everyone was raving and talking
Mike
all
game.
about last year.
Yeah,
That
kind of
card,
is.
it's like a card game, and
But there's a lot more going on than just a card game. Yeah, I'm interested.
And everyone says do not look anything up. It's one of those where it's like everyone stay clear, play it.
Yeah.
You're like, so yeah, it's on my radar.
Like Stanley Parable, you both boys should play.
By the way, I bought it and downloaded it when you mentioned it because I forgot.
High five. High five. God, I can't wait for you to play that game.
I kept meaning to, and like you texted us like last week, like,
Yeah,
hey, it's
yeah,
on
like,
sale.
it's on
sale, you
and like
jerk.
you started talking
Yeah.
about it, I'm like, shit, is this on sale? Let's do this now.
Oh, it's so good.
Also on the 30th, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga collection.
Yeah.
12 classic games for $40. Like that's just fantastic.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
They should have put Shredder's Revenge in that pack and made it $60. And
Oh, dude, that would have been amazing.
it'd have
Yeah.
been fine.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. Let's see here. So now we're getting into September. So here we go. September 2nd, The Last of Us Part 1 for PS5.
Pass.
Pass.
Only just because I played first one not that long ago. Like
Well, see, me too. I played the remaster
That's
right before Part 2
right.
came out. And for me, like again, they released that huge I watched the entire 11-minute video they released after all those leaks, which they probably rushed to get that video together. Because they were all in the same studio talking
Yeah,
all
right,
the
right,
interviews. But I watched the leaks and I'm like, yes, this looks great. But the remastered looked great too. I mean, this looks better, way better.
yeah.
But it looked good too. Like I didn't feel like I was like playing an old game. You know what I mean? I think that's the thing to me is when I did play it right before Part 2, I did not play in the remastered version. I did not feel like I was playing an old game. Like I didn't.
Yeah, it just I think that it ends up feeling like gross because it's just like they're not saying just like, you know, as obviously this is supposed to like pump up the HBO show, which is coming out sometime
Early 2023.
early next year. So like, you know,
It's
the timing
surprising
doesn't
that
make-
this is coming out now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That doesn't really make sense either. So like, I don't know. It's just
It's weird.
we'll see what ends up in NPD.
I'm not saying I'll never get it and play it, but I'm not before the end
Right.
of this year.
No.
No,
At some point, it'll be on sale for $10 and I'll grab it.
I don't know. The way first-party Sony games have been lately, they've been going the Nintendo route.
we gotta wait for it to come to extra.
Yeah, I was
Because
gonna
it's
say wait for it to come to extra. Yep.
I'm gonna be in no ruch to get it. So
Oh, same here. Yeah.
if they're gonna try to play the waiting game on price with me, I'll wait.
Yep.
Like Steak said, the remaster it looks good. It looks fine.
It looks really good. Yeah.
I think that's a point I made when they first announced this. Like I don't see the need for this.
Yeah. Yep. All right. September 9th, NBA 2K23.
Hey, I
You guys,
got
I was just saying, you guys gonna be thinking about it?
probably
I mean,
not.
it's also the Michael Jordan
I
stuff
know.
is back
I know that hurts.
and redone.
I know. And like it's like that. Yes.
That's the only reason why it's even kind of in my head.
Yeah, but that game gets so cheap, and I play it so
It does. It
weird.
does.
Like I playing the GM.
You
thing,
simulate it.
Yeah, like I don't even really play it. Like I had like this is like literally there was one time I was trying to get for like the rewards thing. I was trying to get an achievement, and it was just like I was like, let me find some easy ones, And NBA 2K22 had one of just like, all right, hit the shot with like basically the perfect shot. Well, that means I'd never shot a goddamn basketball in this game, and I've definitely played like 70 hours of this thing.
That's funny.
You watched a lot of it.
I watched a lot of it. Brought it to Promised Land.
That's funny. Also on September 9th, Splatoon 3 for Nintendo Switch. Super excited for that
Now I know my Switches, I might get it.
Hey. Splatoon
Will
2
you know
is
where it
awesome.
is by then?
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a good question. That's a very good question.
I was going to say, that's still about a month and a half away. So
A lot could change in a month and a half.
yeah.
The dock is behind the TV, so like someone has to really work or ask me to get
fair
it. So
enough. Yeah.
I didn't mean to hide it, but I hid it.
You should start like a library system. They got to check it out.
I need this back in
They
5
gotta,
days.
I said they got to bring it back in a week to recheck it out, prove they still know where it is.
No, it's on hold. I need it back.
Yeah.
On September 15th, that Metal Hellsinger is coming out. That's that first-person shooter metal music.
I've been
rhythm
meaning to
game.
play that demo.
I gotta give it another go. Because it's like, God, I really want to like that game. I struggled that first time I played it, but it was like, I didn't have much time to play it, so I really didn't get a chance to really get into it. So I really gotta give that another go.
Yeah, I got to check that out too. But like, just in my head, like there's something that doesn't add up for me. It's playing like a rhythm game like Rock Band Guitar Hero. That's one thing. You're playing the music.
Right.
Playing a first-person shooter where oftentimes things go off the rails for me and I just have to improvise. If you can't do that in tune with the music, basically you're screwed, which, I mean, it's not, to the best of my knowledge, there's not like a note chart flowing down the screen so you can see what's coming.
No, so it's just a beat. It's like kind of like the Dance of the Crypto Nancer or whatever. But that was on Switch. So what it is, it's just like a beat thing, and you see the bars going into this thing. So you have to, so you're basically playing along with the beat, which I will say, it's very rough. It's very tough at the beginning because as you get better and you start building a streak, more of the music is added from the song. So like at one point in the demo, they actually like gear you, because like it's a tutorial and it's also the demo, so they want you to see.
Yeah.
But like they gear you up and they actually like put in the vocals and stuff like that. So when I got to that point, I actually was doing way better because I'm like, oh, I can hear the whole song
Yeah, you're
now.
into it now.
I can actually kind of get into this and get this rhythm kind of going. But before, when I'm starting with just like the basic beat of the song, I was really struggling to like find it and keep it and like.
And maybe it's different. Like after the game comes out, like the songs will be released out on Spotify or something, and you can listen to the songs.
True.
And if you know how the song goes, maybe that makes it easier.
Well, yeah, they're all licensed songs, so like,
Right.
so like you will be able to find
they
them.
have legit musicians doing these songs.
Are these songs made for the game, or are these songs that they've like plucked from their already like
I think
existing?
I think the majority of them are from others, but there's also some that are like made for. I
Very
think, I
cool.
think it's like a kind of a mix of both.
Very cool.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, that's something I definitely got to get more. I got to play that demo a little more and try to really see if I can get in it because that's my kind of game. It should be. Let's put it that way. September 20th, we got another simulator game coming out, guys. Construction Simulator.
Oh.
I don't know about that one.
no. That's
I don't think it's gonna be Game Pass either. So
Just go fucking build something.
yeah, right. But speaking of Game Pass and other systems, though, so also on September 20th, that Evil West is coming out.
oh yeah,
That looks really cool.
yeah, that looks interesting.
Let's see here. What else we got here? September 22nd, another Square Enix, that Dio Field Chronicle. That's like the tactical HD 2D game that they kind of announced recently. September 27th, Tunic is making its way to PlayStation systems.
I never played that one on Game Pass.
I played it for a little while. It was cool.
I remember
It was-
played a
it's
demo,
hard.
Like,
It's
I
hard.
played a demo like months ago. I remember playing. I remember it also being hard.
Yeah, it's tough, but it was fun. September 29th, Valkyrie Elysium. Valkyrie is back, and also they're releasing a remaster of Valkyrie Profile Lilith. That was the PSP game.
I think I played that game.
Yeah.
I played a lot of that game.
That game's awesome. I'm actually like super excited that it's coming out too. So I think it's like $15. I'll totally go through that again. FIFA 23, September 30th. I thought FIFA was done.
This is the last one.
This is the last one?
Yes.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
the one I need to buy a bunch of copies of?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
this is it. Yep, this is the one.
Got it.
especially the last gen ones. That might be the last one. Well, this might be the last one all the way around. But for some reason, the old ones sell better. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Buy a couple of those. Put them in the closet for the kids' college fund.
There you go.
That's 0.001% of your college fund, son.
Well, yeah, what was that? The last FIFA that was on 360 recently just sold for like something stupid amount, like because they only made like a stupid like small number of copies.
That might be the only like caveat to the cash grab of yours. I mean, they're gonna make 1 million copies.
Yeah,
of
it's still
thing,
FIFA
so
23. They're still gonna make a ton of copies.
It's not gonna be hard to find.
Actually, the version
For now.
the version you probably want to buy, even though it's gonna be the Legacy Edition, is probably the Switch one. That's usually the one that they don't make that many of because it's the Legacy Edition.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see here. So that was September. So we're October now. Okay. October 6th. Nier Automata. The end of Yorha edition is coming out for the Switch. I'm just excited to see how that runs on Switch. I'm sure it's gonna be impressive.
That's not a cloud dealie, right?
No, it is native. Very, very interested to see that.
It's very native.
Also on the 6th, No More Heroes 3 is getting off the Switch and on PS4 and Xbox.
In the reverse news.
In the inverse way. So we'll see. I'm actually kind of curious to see reviews on this because a lot of the reviews were saying like the Switch was holding this back. So I'm kind of curious to see, was it just that or is it the game itself? So, because I did hold off buying it on Switch, so I'll get that on Xbox potentially. October 7th, Marvel's Midnight Suns. How are we feeling?
I don't know what it is.
I know.
I keep seeing like little like gifs posted by the game's Twitter account on Twitter, but I'm like, but show me gameplay.
I'm down for the lineup. I'm down for the vibes.
The story seems
put out
incredible.
there. But I don't know what the hell it is.
I know.
I want to be excited, but
I know.
Show me the gameplay.
100%.
How fucking hard is this?
It's coming out in like 2 months.
Yeah.
Show me the gameplay. Show me the gameplay and something like, give me a YouTube video.
So,
I want more gameplay than a GIF can show in a picture of Spider-Man.
Give me a full mission, or whatever it is.
How-
I need a full walkthrough.
How many videos came out from Square before Avengers came out? There was
Oh my God.
million of
Oh
them.
my God. Oh, I know.
There was a million
Each-
things came out.
Constantly focusing on each character and all of that. I know.
Oh my God!
I know.
There was a million. There's just nothing.
I know. We need
nothing
something.
of substance.
I know. Especially if we're gonna do Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns is a big deal in the Marvel world.
I really thought.
I'll take your word for it.
It is. It's huge. I mean, for like, the audience for it is quite big.
I thought Comic-Con was gonna be all right. This is gonna be it. San Diego Comic-Con
yeah,
went
I didn't
past.
even think about that.
I thought for sure that was gonna be something.
That's a good point. I forgot. I didn't even think about it. Also on October 7th, No Man's Sky is making its way to the Switch. Oh my God, that's coming out somewhere. No More Heroes are coming out in so many different countries and on so many different days. It's like got all the different countries. October 18th, A Plague's Tale Requiem. Yes. Oh, I never thought I'd be excited for it. Yes. After that last one, I'm so glad I actually sat down and played it. I cannot believe how much I enjoyed that game.
Yeah, it's so good. It's
so good.
It's very unique. That's what It's a different kind of game, and I'm very excited to get more of it.
Yeah, 100%. October 20th, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
I agree with the cat.
I hear you.
just snorting at it.
October 21st, Persona 5 Royal is making its way to Switch, PS5, Xbox, and PC. Also on the 21st, Scorn is finally coming out. I am so pumped for Scorn.
I don't want to.
I
don't want to pee in your Cheerios.
That is going to be headset in the dark.
That is going to be 4 out of 10. There's no way.
It's going to be terrible, but I'm going to enjoy every minute of it.
That game is not going to be good. I feel very strongly about this.
I'm excited.
I'm not. Every garage band has one big fan. So,
It's also on Game Pass. So,
I know.
Why not?
I can try it for free.
October 25th, Gotham Knights is making its way.
Speaking of games that probably aren't going to be good.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I keep going back and forth.
I know. I feel...
The Batgirl stuff was awesome. That was
know.
cool.
And the Batgirl-
It wasn't gameplay, but it was like, but the thematic got me excited.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said this last time too, or last time we talked about this. It was like when you split up, when you got to split up fight styles between 4 different people, that means you're not going to have, and especially when it's like not designed, but like it's encouraged that you play with more than one person. That means that means you're going to be lacking somewhere in the character that you are. Unlike when you were Batman in the Arkham games, when you had all your tools at your disposal.
Right.
You were quick, you were powerful, you were all these different things, and like they're like purposefully not doing that with some of these characters because you gotta have different movesets. They're different characters, you know what I mean? And they're meant to play together. They're meant to. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't feel great about this.
Yeah, my interest in that one has declined. I was really interested when they first showed it off, and the first trailer, and everything they've said and shown since then is going,
Yeah, alternate universe, Batman dead, like
No Joker now. It sounds like
which
is fine.
I am fine
Which
with
is
it.
fine.
Listen, I'm a big Batman fan. Y'all know this, but like the Joker fatigue is real,
100%.
Yeah, I was just saying, like,
especially in these games.
Yeah.
I feel like in all the big like comic franchise games, like I'm not comic book weird, but I know there's like a depth of like interesting villains that you could be using in these games instead of the same 2 or 3 guys every fucking time.
Yeah, and like the one that was just like the one that kind of turned me was Origins, where it sounded like it was gonna be a Black Mask story, which would have been awesome. And then it was a Joker story again. I was like, I don't mind. Again, I don't. Joker can be in everything, wherever it is, but every once in a while he cannot be like the main mastermind guy. Like you don't need him to have an interesting Batman story.
I was gonna say I don't mind him showing up or like being involved, but yeah, he doesn't need to be the main. Like again, like you have like like Black Mask, be like, hey, in passing, he's in a meeting, and then like Joker walks in, makes a few comments, and leaves. That's fine, like a cameo. Like,
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I agree though. I just Batman does have that's like one of the few DC comics that actually has a wide variety of villains because like a lot of DC comics don't. Like at all.
It's
it's not like Marvel where it's like, oh, everyone knows all these villains.
Yeah. Like I don't know how they're gonna do more than one Aquaman movie. Like I don't know how.
Well, it's Black Manta again.
Is it again?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep. Which is why they should have just cut that movie in half to begin with the first time, and just used him for the second one.
That makes sense.
But yeah, it's Black Manta again.
I didn't know that. 'Cause
They just showed off his new costume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got a shiny helmet now.
Sure.
like
he leveled up.
He leveled up
He's
with the shiny
back
helmet.
with a
Yeah,
shiny
You
head.
beat the boss the first time. Now he came
That's
back with a
right.
shiny
Yeah,
helmet.
exactly.
It's phase 2.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see. I recently have earned my $100 gift card in my Xbox rewards.
Congratulations.
So that is in the running to be used on it.
That makes
I'll
a
be
lot of
honest.
sense,
I have a few things like Midnight Suns is in the running. That's in the running. Like stuff that I felt like I'm very interested in, but I wasn't gonna like necessarily buy. Like I was still kind of like all over the place. So those two are kind of in the running for that right now.
I always end up buying like $100 worth of games you can't buy physically. It's like really I deep dive with that money.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I'm not saying.
Well, see, the thing is, like,
there's no wrong answer to spending free money.
Well, that's why also too I was kind of thinking like, especially like with that Midnight Suns, I was like, well, if I get that, I could essentially just spend it all on that Legendary Edition, and I get everything, and I get the season pay. But again, I don't want to do that and then end up not enjoying enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like the game at all. Like at least with Gotham Knights, if I do spend the initial, like if I buy like the standard edition for like, because this is a $70 game, that's the thing too. It's a $70 game. So I think that's also kind of another reason why I'm like, I don't know what to do with this.
$70, no Joker, kill me now.
Yeah, it's $70. But that's why it's also kind of on my. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I hear you.
Also on October 25th, though, we do have a Game Pass game to enjoy. It is High on Life. That is the comic, the guys from Rick and Morty and all that stuff. That game is going to be fun as all hell. Probably won't be great, but it'll be fun as all hell and worth playing. Honestly,
Yeah, the guns that talk to you.
Yes. Oh yeah, dude! It's them running around the levels that they're making jokes. This is gonna be great. That's all I want.
I hope you're actually a psychopath and those guns are real guns. At
Oh my-
the end of the game,
oh
they
my
find
God.
out like it's also realistic at the end, and you're in the mental institution. Like, no, those guns aren't talking to you. All right.
That would be awesome. That'd be the perfect ending to that game now. God damn it. Now I'm going to be disappointed when that's not the ending.
I'm sure they have something way better than that in mind.
October 27th, Star Ocean returns, The Divine Force. I'm excited for that. October 28th, Bayonetta 3. It's happening. It's coming. It's cool. It looks awesome. It has a sensor mode, which is awesome. Like, that's the way to do it. That's so cool.
I'm sorry, what's a sensor mode?
So
It's called, oh god, there's a really funny name
it's
for
a
it.
good name for it too. Yeah, look it up. It's a really awesome name. It's like Angel something mode.
Like Angel Sight or something stupid like that.
So basically, like, because have you played the Bayonetta games before, or have you kind of seen them?
I think so.
Okay, so like when you transition into like certain powers and like certain monsters and stuff like that, like it's her hair
Okay.
that does it. But like, so her hair makes up her entire suit. So she needs to take her hair away to create these other things. So, but it strategically blocks certain
Sure.
parts and stuff like that. Well, in this mode, like, so it still has that to where it's like that, where like, so it shows a ton of skin and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. But there's this angel, whatever mode.
Naive Angel.
Naive Angel. That is perfect. Naive Angel mode that basically, as she transforms, but she still has the uniform on as
Yeah.
she's transforming, so you don't get all that skin action. Like, this is the best way to censor people. You have the best of both worlds. You have the people who don't like all that stuff and, you know, get upset over it. Okay, turn on your Naive Angel mode. For us that don't care and want it, and it's Bayonetta. It's supposed to be sexy. We want to keep it sexy. We keep that shit off. Like, it's perfect.
The name is hilarious because it's like it's one of those things where just like there's got to be a better name for it. It isn't so like it's like putting the it's like
Pandering.
It's like calling your easy mode baby mode. You know what I mean? Like it's
Oh, you'd be like Wolfenstein with the
Yeah,
the
the
pacifier
bonnet.
and the bonnet.
yes, exactly.
I swear to God, Wolfenstein 3 better fucking have that still.
Wolfenstein 3 is
I
happening.
would say Wolfenstein 3 better happen is what I'm more
It
concerned about.
will after Indiana
Keep
Jones.
dropping that.
Remember, Indiana Jones is first, and then that it will happen.
Which we haven't seen or heard shit about that since it was
You mean that game that doesn't exist?
yeah. See? See? So we've heard nothing. So we're looking at least 5 years.
That's
And if
true.
Wolfenstein's after that, we're looking for like what, another 3 years?
Yeah, probably.
So by the time I'm 50, we'll have Wolfenstein 3.
Machine Games, I thought they had two teams.
Well, maybe if they do, then we're good.
I could be wrong. But I thought they did.
Maybe by the time I'm 50.
Because
If they
Wolfenstein
don't, they
3.
better.
Because they made that the girl one with the sisters and the
let's not talk about Cyber Pilot.
VR
The
thing. I
VR
think
one.
that's both from Machine Games, isn't it?
Yeah, they were still both on those studios. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, but I need Wolfenstein 3. Also on October 28th, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Yep,
You guys grabbing that?
probably.
I got Vanguard, never touched it, not once. Didn't play it once.
Listen, I love the campaign of the last Modern Warfare. If this is a continuation of that, yeah.
Yeah, that is also what I'm thinking as well.
My intention is to buy that game and play the single player and trade it in.
When does the Activision acquisition go through?
It sounds like it could be approved as early as next month.
Well,
So we shall see.
you don't say. Oh, it comes out.
Shall see.
We'll see.
Also on October 28th, Mike, here we go. Resident Evil Reverse is going live.
Can you hear the eye roll, fans? Can you hear?
Which also means, I'm sorry that's not on here. That means the gold edition
Yes.
of Resident Evil Village will be that day.
More interesting because they have the DLC.
Oh.
I think that with the DLC and stuff like that, which looks very good.
The DLC looks awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be one I'm gonna have to pick up.
Which is shocking. I enjoyed Village, but after I was done with it, I was, and then a year went by, and I'm like, well, whatever they come out, I'm not going to care because it's been so long since I've played it.
Yeah.
And then they finally announced what it is, and I'm like, I really want to play that.
Yeah, it looks like a Resident Evil 9 prologue. You know, like,
Pretty much. Oh my god, it looks so good. So yeah, I'm pumped for that. November 4th, Harvestella. That's that Square Enix like action RPG / farming sim game.
action RPG, farm game,
Yes.
Square Enix.
Yes.
Throwing darts.
Just the Mega Millions thing popping balls out. By the way, I didn't win Mega Millions.
I
That's
won
why I'm
$2
here.
off my tickets yesterday.
I'm so out of the loop. I didn't know that was like a big thing happening right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, now
Next-
it's over. It's
next
over
round's
$1 billion.
All right.
Yeah, that's on Friday. So you may want to grab something before Friday.
All right. Guess I'm gonna do on.
So if any of us win, none of us are working again, right?
Oh fuck no.
All right.
I'm doing this full time.
Dude, our studio would be sick.
We would operate at such a loss.
I'm going to go buy that RTX 4090 that's not even out yet. I will have it. I will be streaming everything. November 8th, supposedly it's finally coming out. I'll believe it when it's out. Skull and Bones is coming out. That's
Mike, is that a game?
That's that Ubisoft pirate game.
That is a game.
Oh.
Doesn't look like a good game, but it is a game.
No.
I didn't believe it until they actually showed it and
I
they
know.
put a release date on it. It was not a game up until about a month ago,
Yeah,
but it is a game now.
it is.
You sure?
I'm sure it is a game. I'm also sure Ubisoft will support it for 4 months, and then that'll be it.
And shut it down and cancel your purchases and all that good stuff. Yeah, that sounds
Oh
right.
yeah, dude. Can we talk about that real quick? About them
All right. This is a problem.
okay. I mean, the whole roller champion, whatever. I don't give a shit about that.
Well, it sounds like World Champions. The devs came out and were like, "Hey, that's not happening."
Yeah, that's why I said that.
So that was weird.
Whatever. That's just weird. But this one being taking games off of Steam and even if you purchase them,
You can't download
You
them?
can't get them anymore.
That's weird.
What kind of nonsense is that?
That is weird. So this is happening with Assassin's Creed Liberations, which is insane. That doesn't make any sense. That is even that's not even a service game or anything. It's a single player game. It's a HD remake of the PSP game or the Vita game.
Vita game originally. It
Right,
came out
originally.
later.
And then it came out as part of the season pass for one of the games. It was one of them.
Yeah.
But how can you say okay? And then after the season pass, they also put it out individually, kind of like the Assassin's Creed 3 remake or remaster, where you could buy. That was a part of the season pass, but then you can also buy that separately. But how can you allow someone to buy it and then they can't access it anymore? Again, I have a huge. I've always had a big problem with digital, and this is just adding to that now.
I just don't see how that's even possible. I don't see how that is even remotely okay. I can't even see why Ubisoft would want to do that anyway.
Right.
Because it's not like you said, they're not managing a server for this thing. I can't imagine it costs them that much money to keep a Steam page up or
To occupy whatever.
But even that,
20 gigs of space on a server.
But even that, well, right, exactly, because even if you take it away from for sale, it's so what?
yeah, delisted from selling. That's fine. But if I purchased it,
which still doesn't make sense though either. To delist it, that makes no sense at all. It's a single player game we're talking
unless
here.
it's
No
some weirdo
service, no
music,
online.
unless you have some kind of weirdo music licensing problem or something like that, which I don't think they would with that kind of game.
Right, I was gonna say all the other Assassin's Creed, the fact that those are all still for sale, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's weird.
I don't understand it. I don't understand how it's okay. I don't understand how it's possible. I don't understand how there's not some massive uproar about it. Not even that it affects that many people, but that it could affect you in the future, type of a thing. This is one of those situations where you gotta look forward and be
exactly.
this isn't right.
If they did it once, they'll do it again.
Why would they not? No one stopped them.
Well, that's it. Something weird is going on in Ubisoft with all those cancellations they've had recently. They canceled a shit ton of games. I mean, they delayed the Avatar game for 2 years.
Yeah,
that's insane. That was supposed to be out in November, and they delayed it till 2024.
It is fine, but it's
but it's still that's crazy. The fact that this whole time we think this game's coming out at the end of this year. Which, I mean, again, we didn't think. I mean, realistically, none of us thought because they didn't really show any game. They haven't shown gameplay up for it. But the fact, and then you delete it for 2 years. That's a huge amount of time.
That's like going back to the drawing board delay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like Prince of Persia. The Prince of Persia Sands of Time is done.
Let's add him to the list.
Done.
Let's add him to the list.
I was like, well, speaking about Ubisoft,
So like, yeah, they spent all this money and all this time and all this litigation trying to not have this buyout happen from Ubisoft, right? I forget what the company was just trying to buy them or take over like majority share.
Yeah, I don't remember either, but yeah, it's
or whatever it was.
hostile takeover.
And
Yeah.
so they fended them off, and they've been in a tailspin ever since.
100%.
It's really kind of crazy because it was just like, because Ubisoft used to be like a champion for like those kind of like off-putting, not off-putting, but like off-center games, or even like their bigger titles were still good. So they haven't really hit on anything. When was the last time they had a hit?
Honestly,
Far Cry 6 was fine. I enjoyed it.
Well,
I think Art enjoyed it.
I was at the publisher.
It was fine.
Yeah, I'm saying like it was fine.
I preferred 5 and 4 over.
I think the Far Cry series has been like pretty consistent, honestly. But the only other quote unquote hit was probably Division 2 because people went crazy. At least when that first came out, people went nuts, and it got amazing reviews. And I mean, I even played it for quite a while online and stuff. Like, so I mean, Division 2 was probably the last like outside of Far Cry hit they had. I think.
Did that come out after Assassin's Creed Odyssey or whatever the?
Oh yeah, I mean Valhalla.
Well, that's true. Assassin's Creed's been kind of back. That's true.
Odyssey was pretty widely loved for a while.
I want to
people
say
liked Valhalla. I'm not sure they liked it as much as Odyssey.
Yeah, that's true. So that was probably one of the those are probably, but I think that's also kind of part of the problem though too, is like, or like a good thing is like they finally spread out the Assassin's Creed a bit, like you know what I mean, like that kind of helped them. The fact that like even though like Odyssey came out a couple years after Origins, but then they also like Origins didn't get a ton of extra content, but then Odyssey is like, okay, well, it's gonna be quite a few years before Valhalla, but we're gonna still keep you busy in Odyssey. Here's a whole bunch of more stuff like that, and then now they're doing it again with Valhalla. They just released that new, which I hear isn't great, but at least they released another expansion and stuff like that, because it sounds like we're finally gonna find out in September where Assassin's Creed's going, but that's probably not gonna be out till next fall though. At least, so that's at least a whole another year. So it seems like they're getting better about that in terms of that. Division 2 is still being supported, which is
Siege,
which is pretty good. Siege is still being supported. But
Siege is like barely being supported.
I was going to say right, but it sounds like it's kind of like they kind of slow down quite a bit on that lately.
Yeah, you're lucky if you get one new map a year. They've ratcheted down to one operator per season.
Extraction failed.
That bombed. Boy, maybe this mini game mode shouldn't have ever been turned into a full-fledged game. But like the numbers, like as far as people playing Siege and even like Pro League stuff, it's all on the decline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the last decade for Ubisoft is really interesting to look at. I bet there's a lot of stories going on.
I mean,
I'm sure.
We got the mega hit Riders Republic.
Someone just loves
That's so funny. I forgot that even came out.
Yeah,
like
someone
I did too until I pulled up this list.
Someone in that studio loves extreme sports. Like between that and Steep, like there's.
I mean, they had
Steep was good.
I'm not saying these are bad games, but like are they? Yeah, exactly. Are they going to be huge mega hits?
Yeah, no. Steep didn't sell at all, but that was actually it was a very good.
They had Immortals: Phoenix Rising, which was well reviewed. I'm not sure it sold a ton.
I loved it. That was so. I forgot that was Ubisoft. Where's my sequel to that? I played the hell out of that.
A lot of people like that one.
And that DLC for it too. Oh, that was so good. Well, minus the Diablo style one, the last one, which I thought was going to be awesome, and it was very bad. But that Eastern one, oh my god, that was so. I need a whole game of that.
It was basically the same game, just with different mythology, right?
See, that's all I need for that. Like, give me more. Like, if that's your new Assassin's Creed. In a way, like, I mean, honestly, you can just hit different eras.
Pick a different mythology every time.
It's more of a different style, though. It's a different style. You can do that. Like, I don't know.
God. Yeah, not a lot of big ones here for Ubisoft in the past 5 years.
Yeah. Oof. Well, then they just, because part of the cancellations was the new Ghost Recon, that's kind of crazy because Ghost Recon was such a huge series for them for so long.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint was a really good game. It had a really shitty launch, and they fixed it over time. But I mean that's been one of their. I mean, the Tom Clancy stuff has been one of their bread and butter.
Right.
type games.
Oh, Ubisoft. All right, let's see what else we got here. As we already discussed, November 9th, God of War Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
November 17th, if you're a PC player and like real-time strategy, Company of Heroes 3 is coming
Oh
out.
man,
Yeah, I remember playing the original. The original was great. That was back when I actually kind of played that stuff on
long
PC a long
time
time ago. So I can only imagine that. I'm sure that's going to be great. November 18th, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I am ready for those.
there's a lot of Pokemon this year.
Oh, yeah. December 2nd, the Callisto Protocol. I am so pumped for that. That's also on my list of potential using on my gift card.
Dude, that game looks so good.
It looks so good. But I'm kind of worried, though, too. It's one of those where it looks so good that sometimes those don't pan
It can
out.
never live up to what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's like, God, it's like, this is Dead Space, basically. And I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's from the original creators of Dead Space.
Yeah.
It's basically Dead Space. But it's like, sometimes that doesn't pan out.
Yeah, the spiritual successor type thing.
Right.
Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's Mighty Number 9, and it's not. So
There you go.
So
Yep. I know.
it looks great. It looks like a AAA title.
We'll see.
It could be an hour and a half long for all we know. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, right. 100%. 100%.
who knows?
December 6th, Hello Neighbor 2 was finally making its way out.
I never played those.
I played the first one, I believe, because of the Game Pass quest, and I couldn't get into it. I just couldn't. December 9th, Dragon Quest Treasures. It's coming out for the Nintendo Switch. It's on my radar.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Dragon Quest person, but I kind of like that. I kind of liked what that game was offering, so I
Yeah.
might check that out.
All right, now so these are games that don't have definitive release dates, so we can decide if it's actually going to happen or not.
This is the not a game list.
And can I start I'm going to start it off with a game that is not a game and is really, really not a game that's still on this list that I have here. Abandoned. We're going to continue on.
The definition of not a game.
Oh my god!
Let's continue on. I don't think this is coming out this year. AEW Fight Forever.
I don't think so either.
They
They sound-
barely showed anything.
They haven't showed anything, and it sounds like they're not getting along real well.
Yeah. The Alan Wake remastered on Nintendo Switch.
Okay, I bought that. I haven't played it yet.
That'd be cool to see that come through. I've been waiting to find that for I missed it the one time it was $20.
That's why I got
$20
it.
is like perfect. Yeah.
It was Black Friday last year. It was $20.
Yeah.
pretty much everywhere.
Mike tried to warn you.
It was on the
Maybe.
list.
I don't know.
I'm assuming it was on the list. I can't. Also, last year's Black Friday was a fucking mess.
Man, we're actually doing pretty good here. This one's on here because of what they said. Crisis Core, the Final Fantasy VII reunion. Because they said winter ends in March of 2023. That's kind of more what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think it's gonna be this year, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. The Dark Pictures anthology, The Devil in Me. That's supposed to be Q3 of this year.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like
that sounds about right.
That's supposed to be like a Saw type of a game.
I gotta get through those other ones.
I started playing Little Hope right before something came out, and I was like, I'm going to finish before this happens. I think it was Horizon. Then I got delayed, and Horizon came out, and that was that.
Fuck, I gotta get back to Horizon too. But they just released that
Patch.
Fidelity
Yeah.
patch. Ugh,
And extra hard mode. Don't forget about extra hard mode.
I really wish they'd stop doing that shit 4 months after a game
I
comes out
know.
when I've already
Well-
beaten it and moved on.
Well, see, and that's the thing. God of War Ragnarok's gonna be the same way because they already talked about the 2 waves. It's like, okay, well, that fidelity move's not there, so that's gonna be added early next year. So now it's like, I don't want to hold off, but at the same time, I kind of do.
know.
It's like,
List full of choices.
I hate it.
Horizon's going to have DLC. That's when I'll play that. God of War, I don't know if that will or not. The first God of War game, the 2018 game, had... If you pre-ordered it, I think, or got the deluxe edition, they had different shields for Kratos.
Yeah.
And that was the only way you could
Yeah.
change the way the shield looks if you had that, which is that's pretty wild.
Yeah. No, I agree. Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed is supposed to be that Q4 time. Do we think
Yeah,
that's
maybe.
Maybe.
Again, is that the Quest game or is that the the
this is-
multiplayer?
That's the multiplayer.
Okay.
That's the multiplayer one. That
Maybe.
Elphonic, Art's favorite company.
They're not shy about putting games out that are broken. So
Yeah.
Never. Remember that Friday the 13th stream we tried?
we tried
Launch
for an
night?
hour.
We tried for an hour to get into a game.
Just to get into a
Turns
game.
out you're better off not getting into the
And you know
game.
what the funny part is? I never played a game.
Neither did I.
I never played a single
Neither
game
did I. Art played
after
it.
that night.
Art loved it.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
speechless.
Oh man, I forgot about this game. That Goodbye Volcano High. Is that going to come out ever? Is that still a thing? Remember that's that dinosaur narrative?
Mike, is it a game?
Yes, that is a game. They've actually showed it
Briefly.
briefly, but there was things that looked like it would be a game they would play.
Oh, here. Forgot about this. We still don't have a date. It's supposed to be this year, and I think it will be. Hogwarts Legacy.
I think that might be one of those things too. Is like it's gonna be like December 15th.
I could see something like that. Yeah, yeah. I honestly,
I need a date on that, so I know I don't have access to my Xbox or TV for a while.
everything I've seen for that, it looks phenomenal. It looks. I mean, they show that huge giant gameplay.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, Jackbox Party Pack 9's coming this year. I didn't know they're still doing another one.
Every
I
year.
haven't heard anything on it. That one.
Every year.
We
8
should
had
have played 8.
Dude, 8 had a really, really good game in it. Whereas it's like the way it would prompt you being like, tell us a story, tell us a story about a crazy place you ate lunch. And then you would put like, the prompt, you would put it on there. And then later on it would be just like, you would have to, everyone would have to tell little stories. And then everybody, it was called like Job, I think was the name of it. But you're doing like a job interview. So like then during the actual game piece of it, you're getting like a question, like an interview question, and you gotta like take words from everyone else's like responses to like make your own.
Oh,
so you can't really make like a really good like full sentence, but but you can like take stuff from the question. You can like it was so good, and it got some really funny answers out of it.
Nice. Yeah, we got to find some time.
That was a really good one.
Will this come out this year? And is it still a game?
Oh,
Little Devil Inside.
that is a game, but I don't know if it's coming out this year.
Yeah. Oh, after that last time they showed it off, I lost a lot.
It
of
was,
interest in
and it's been radio silence since then.
and it's been real. I think that was the thing. I think that was kind of the thing, though, is a lot of people were not too pleased with it. The Untitled Need for Speed game that they did say it was well, and this one's supposed to be from Criterion.
I mean, sure.
We'll see it. We'll see. Oxenfree 2. Is that coming out this year? Lost Signals.
That's one of those things that they can put like a launch trailer out tomorrow and be like, it's not come out Tuesday. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like it's, I
That's
think
usually how
so.
those games work.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it's still come out this year.
I don't remember much of Oxenfree 1. I didn't remember I enjoyed it. I know there was stuff about radio waves. And I know I get the good ending. That's about all I remember.
I remember starting it and it didn't catch me
Yeah.
right away. Return to Monkey Island. That's
I'm down.
supposed to be coming out this year still. I think it will.
Enough more Monkey
I
Island.
think it will. Let's see. We're getting to the end here. Let's see. Smurf's Cart.
Ooh,
Wait, what?
Smurf Cart.
Smurf Cart.
Smurf Cart.
All right.
Smurf Cart.
This one they've been working on forever, and God, it sounds like they're getting close. It's from Night Dive. It's Night Dive Studios, but System Shock, the remaster.
Oh God.
That's been forever. But Night Dive is good about that too, where they just all of a sudden were like, "Hey,
Yeah.
couple weeks, like or Thursday."
Yeah, right. Demo today, out Thursday.
Yeah, they're usually pretty good about that. I mean, they did that with Shadow Man.
Yeah.
like they did that. They're like,
That's
"Oh,
right.
hey, it's out now." PC for a while, then consoles is like, "Here's a trailer." Oh yeah, here you go get it. The Tales from the Borderlands sequel. Is that good? They haven't even showed a thing on that yet, right?
No, same thing with like the Wolf Among Us.
Oh yeah, Wolf Among Us 2. Yeah,
They had a whole little like showcase in one of Keeley's things. And,
That's right.
And they showed a little bit more of it, but that game still looked very far out.
Yeah, I can't see that. And last but not least, I think they already delayed till next year, but the Witcher 3 next gen upgrade.
I don't think they've officially moved it to next year yet.
Okay.
Honestly, I was eyeballing that game a couple days ago. I was like, I'm gonna wait. I should just play Cyberpunk. Is what I should do. I think it's
Me too.
I think it's finally good enough, right?
God, I should really get back into that.
I still have it. I didn't turn it in for $12 or $2 or.
I traded it in
No
for
doubt.
max value, then I rebought it for $5. So
All right, so you're the winner. Yeah, that's a game I. Well, God, the very first thing I did in that game was fall through an elevator. I'm like, this is not a good sign.
thankfully, it never ran that bad on the Xbox
No,
One X
there-
when I started playing it.
Yeah.
it was decent. It was playable
Yeah.
on there.
I was playing on the Series X. That was like my launch game. No, that was like that came out
Like a month after launch.
a month after launch.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just like, it was fine, but there was just like
there was still a lot of issues.
and there was like a lot of things that was like not like save destroying bugs and
Yeah,
things like that. So I was like,
yeah.
I don't even want to fuck
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah, I remember when they did release that next gen patch. I did load it up. I played the intro, and I was like, okay, like this is good. Like,
Yeah, I might have to give it a spin.
but that was it. I never went back. So yeah, I got it. That's on my list.
After getting all cyberpunky with a game deck, maybe
Yeah.
I'll get into it. This year, I mean, they got some stuff that's interesting stuff coming out. They got some big games coming out.
Got plenty of games. I need to, see the game.
A lot
Make a
of
decision.
question marks. A
Which is
lot
so-
of question
yeah.
marks.
I mean, I will not be surprised if a lot more starts getting delayed again, which is
That's true,
unfortunate
too.
though, because 2023 is already. Oh my god! Too stacked.
Well, we've
We've been saying this for the last 3 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say we
True.
talked about that about
Next year's
2022.
so stacked.
and-
Fair
so
enough.
much stuff got pushed. Oh, this year's stacked. More stuff got pushed.
Fair enough. I mean, Golem just got pushed to who knows when. They didn't even give a date.
Yeah, they're like it's I don't know. It's
In a few months.
something else. Didn't something else just get delayed like indefinitely? Oh God, I feel like that happened.
I'm trying to think. I know. I'm trying to. There's so much stuff going on with that. Because it was Knights of the Republic. That was indefinitely.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
And then Golem was a few months.
I'm just gonna look delayed indefinitely. See what comes up.
Wasn't there supposed to be some new DLC for your Dying Light 2 soon? Did you kind of give up on that game?
I played it. I beat it.
I know you played it, beat it, yeah.
I beat it. I didn't get to see most of the ending of the game because I got booted from the multiplayer session and couldn't get back in.
Oh, that's right.
Maybe I was thinking of Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was just it,
That
yeah.
got delayed indefinitely.
Indefinitely. Well, and then also, remember we got that update not too long ago, honestly, on that Prince of Persia again, Sands of Time remake, saying again, when it's ready.
At this point, they could have made a whole new game. Like they could have.
Well, I think that's what they're doing now. I think they're honestly making it from because that I remember that trailer. It was bad.
Oh,
it
dude.
looked bad for a remake too. It looked bad.
Yeah, I was. I
really
love
played the original.
Yeah, I can play that on GameCube.
Oh.
And be fine with it.
Yeah.
The way that was looking. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't. It's gonna be an interesting rest of the year.
Yeah, I hold out hope for Batman. I hold out hope for Callisto Protocol. Those
Yeah.
like some like big ones. I'm really looking forward to.
I mean, the really only big one is what, God of War? I mean, is that really like
Yeah,
the only
God of
like
War.
super big one?
That's probably. I mean, that's like the big. That's the biggest one that's still coming out. That is like possibly going to do Game of the Year type. I think.
Yeah, go head to head with Elden
Conversation.
Ring, basically.
That's the heavyweight fight that everyone's going to have but us.
Right. Well, right. Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Unless
Shit, my list this year is gonna be again. It's not gonna even come close to any of your guys' list.
I can tell you right now. WWE is going to be on my list.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now. I don't know where it's going to be on my list. I've played so much of that game. I have had so much fun with that game. There's no doubt in my mind it's going to be somewhere in my top 5 unless something really blows my pants off here. And
Madden.
I would love for Madden to blow my pants off. I would die for Madden to blow my pants off.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that because like I can't. I remember last
Go
year.
find a copy of like NFL 2K12 and put it in a Madden case and just give it to you.
Oh yeah, give me that NFL 2K5. Oh my. But no, seriously, like I remember last year, I was like, I got that itch. I was like, God, I just so badly want to play a football game, but I am not spending money on Madden because I know how terrible it is, and it's just like
You win.
And
I want. I know,
they
but
were supposed
it's
to have like 3 phases of like franchise updates, and they did.
Oh,
one
They
of
had
them,
half of one.
and they're like,
yeah, right.
their other one.
Exactly.
They couldn't even get the first one.
I know.
Right.
I know.
And oh god, the scouting is just it was nonsense. It was.
I'm pretty sure the
nonsense.
scouting draft system's the same one they've shown so far.
Oh,
Well, then and then they
so bad.
And then recently they added NHL 22 to Game Pass. And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I haven't played hockey in forever. I'm gonna pop this in, and like especially Series X. Let me see this next gen stuff. I'm like, damn, that ice looks awesome. I'm like, oh, I still just lost on a total bullshit. Like, oh, I checked the guy. He fell on it. He picked it up and then had a breakaway and won the game. It was a hard fought game. I was furious.
Gotta keep those defenders back.
I instantly uninstalled. I turned it off and uninstalled it.
I feel like all sports games will madden you. Like I even
Well,
like
all sports games are EA Sports games now, so yeah.
Well, yeah.
I was like, oh,
yeah.
NBA
few-
2K22.
Well, that's right.
I was
We
like,
got
when I was
NBA, that's
watching those games, if I was up by, I had to be up by more than 3 points for like their last shot, because if they were gonna shoot, they were gonna hit it.
Yeah.
that was going to happen. I lost so many games in like last minute, like 3-pointers or like not quite half court shots, but like almost half court
Bullshit
shots.
shots,
like, wait, like you gotta be kidding me.
One of the things that I'll credit to Madden is I feel like I beat the computer on the last play just as much as they beat me at this point.
Oh, there's been some games I have no business winning. No business.
For some reason, I'm down 6 points and the defense decides to blitz both safeties.
But that's
where I'm 80 yards away.
Yeah, it's like, but the AI fucks them. Like it's just like I had a game where I was up. I think I was up 3, and they went for it on 4th down. That was probably within field goal tip, and they just like it was like 4th and 8, and they went for it. Like, what are you doing? Like I was on like the 40, so like you should have probably kicked that field goal.
It's okay. We're 1 year away from college football where they fix everything.
But
everything.
Honestly, like
that's gonna fix it. It's gonna bring it all back.
Maybe will it make it better if they do before where it was like they tested out all the shit in college football, and then if it was good, it made it to Madden.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but like also like the same team that's making NCAA is making Madden. So like if this year it shows no progress,
no,
you know what I mean? Like if this year shows no progress in those types of things, even just like the AI not being like, or like defenders teleporting and like the ball going through my receiver's head into the defensive guy's hands, just like
seriously the same team. Did they say it was the same team?
Yeah.
God, see, and that's what made it so much better back then. It was 2 different teams making those games.
Like ours too. It was like they would try new stuff in NCAA.
I was like the college football people will come up with shit, good stuff, and then Madden would take it and then either just implement it or try to change it and then screw it up. But it would still work better in college football.
Yeah, it was just I don't know. I really, really hope that this year they can actually figure this crap out and not just be like a vehicle for Madden Ultimate Team.
Like I'd even be willing to forgive the shortcomings of franchise if the gameplay was solid.
Agreed.
It's just not.
No.
At all.
No,
we'll see. We got field sense
it was
this year.
Buggy as fuck all year last year. It's not like it was buggy at launch and they fixed it.
Right. No.
The Madden subreddit is gold.
Oh, 100%.
Gold. Just watching this like people playing like the Jaguars versus the Jaguars in a season game. Just like how does this even happen?
Oh god, the fucking bug where you
lost all your points?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's wild.
All your points, all your stats.
That's so wild.
And like if you have like a I've seen this multiple times where like it'd be like a quarterback where you make your own quarterback and you play your way into the league, and you don't get drafted high, but then you kill it like in the you're MVP for 3 straight seasons.
Right.
You went through the Super Bowl 3 straight seasons. They're like, oh, it's time to hang it up. You were a low level pick and no one thought much of you anyway. You gave it a good try. Like
playing franchise mode and Tom Brady and Lamar Jackson are both free agents and both signed with the Jets for the league minimum. After I offered both of them like $15 million for 1 year.
There's just no sense to it. Like honestly, there's just no rhyme or reason for any contracts, anything. Like I said, like and that's on top of just like the absolute broken nature of the progression of all the players, all of the positions.
Players no longer on my team having locker room meetings with the coach.
Just, what the fuck? What is going on?
Well.
I'm glad we turned the end of this into a Madden rant session.
That could be
This
a
happens
podcast.
quite often.
I would say,
was
I'm
gonna
pretty
say.
sure, as much as we've ranted about Madden since the game came out last year, it's been the length of a whole podcast.
Oh,
We
I
could
am
have
sure.
easily do a Madden podcast if we wanted to.
Oh, hey, that 10-hour demo's coming, guys. It's coming.
When's it coming out again? September.
23rd of August. So it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
And
out.
it's usually, well, with that too, you get it early, right? Like a week early.
Well, that's you
Normally?
get the demo comes out with the early release that
Right.
you would get for
Which
EA
is like
access.
3-4 days early. So usually
it's like a
think,
week
right?
early.
Is it like a week? Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know anymore.
Whatever it is, whatever that early. So it's mid-August.
I'll know before it comes out.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Madden
2022.
23.
24,
It's 23, right?
25.
Madden comes out 2023. This one's coming out right now.
Yes.
2023.
Well, it's 23. I just meant I was.
I'm just starting to count
2022.
numbers.
I was trying to wrap up 2022 games.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about Madden because we have been talking about Madden for hours.
We have been. That was my woo. Yeah. No. Yeah.
He's trying to bring us back to focus here on what the fuck we're talking about.
I was trying to do it.
Nah. Let's do this instead. See you next time, Stickheads.